public comments that hasn't got anything to do with stuff that's on the agenda.
So I have a letter for the select board to sign regarding 181 and the board's feelings on that we'll send to the governor. And then I have a proclamation for Alexander and myself for municipal town clerk week in May. That I appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll put on the agenda.
Okay, great. That's all I got.
Letter to Gov and trip. Okay.
Oh, you got one in the audience.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just want to know which agenda we're using. The latest one that came out.
The
That's-
April 12th,
What?
the April 12th, the second agenda, I think.
The one, April 12th, that came out at 8:39 in the morning? That's the one?
I don't know, I can't tell what time.
That's the
I've
one
got,
I have.
Do you want this copy?
No, I have both,
Okay.
but I just
Okay.
didn't know which one to go by.
I'm going by
You want to see?
RFP for library roof truck purchase, public input on short-term rental, tax sale, all that.
The short-term rental, I guess that's the only one, right, the possible adoption, that,
Yes,
is that the one?
correct,
Okay,
that's on there.
thank you.
Okay, so
You
that's,
have it right
that's the
there.
one I'm
Okay,
going by.
all right, that's all I need.
All right.
Pardon me for the interruption.
Well, so that was public comment, we'll take that.
Done.
That's not my only one.
You saw the hourglass going down, Teresa.
Transfer station facilities department. Scott, I guess you were right up first here.
What? No, she just said she had a question about the agenda. What? Yes.
There, sit right at the coffee table, at
Oh,
the
yeah?
TV table.
You need something to put your stuff on, not just
Yeah.
eat or...
Well, we'll have to see about getting a couple.
Okay.
I think this got rearranged at the planning commission meeting, maybe, I don't know.
I think we need three square ones. And make it just like this.
So, let's see, the transfer station, we had an inspection on our fuel tank inside, and we red flagged it.
Which,
Our heating oil. for
Okay.
the 4-bay. All it was, the filler pipe is seeping, that's their issue. So I talked to the guy, they'll make an arrangement to come in and take it apart, reseal it.
so, you've been talking about that the old furnace is in pretty rough shape.
That's the original.
If we change that, are we gonna switch to propane?
So
So we
here's, in my initial research, that's hot air furnace. My initial research is currently there's nothing big enough to heat the space we have, that we might have to go with two. So, I haven't looked at the industrial side of it, like maybe there's an industrial one that's, because this is just a big hot air furnace is all it is. Probably, I think we'd be smart, if we
I
could
think-
get something that's gonna be big enough to handle the job. All of our other stuff is propane,
It would be nice to get any fuel tanks out of the ground.
well, ours is inside, that's why they
Oh,
come, the one for the 4-bay, the fuel tank is inside the building, so they come every year and they inspect it.
okay.
Funny
I
enough,
didn't
this
know
is the
that.
first year I've ever seen it inspected in 26 years.
But they come
But they
every
do it
year.
every year,
Yeah. All right.
so,
Well, that's not
Yeah.
quite so bad then.
yeah, so, no, I mean, and it is their responsibility when they see the filler seeping, they take it apart, they re-dope the joints, put it back together, and then, as I said, well, it's a good time to red tag it, you won't need to heat anyways. So I got that, that'll be all taken care of off the books. What did I do with other things? So I've been kinda going back and forth with the state, imagine that, on this one.
Surprising.
People. Apparently, I missed the 2024 report for electronic collection. So this is kind of funny. So when you go on to the retract, it does not show you the 2024 is missing. It says 2025 verified, 2026 new. Okay. So when I first questioned, I called when I got a hold of the state, and I was like, I don't understand, it's not showing up. They gave me the numbers. But
The numbers they were
But-
asking.
it's not in retract.
But you have to
Yes.
input the numbers.
I have to put them in retract. They have the numbers, but I have to put them in. So I called her again today. We discussed a few things after I reminded myself a few things. And I told her I would get this in. I probably will do it tonight after the meeting. So that'll kind of, but I did ask them to see if they could, because the state doesn't run the retract program, that's a third party, to see if they could get somebody at retract. If you miss a report, keep it up there. So that anytime you log on to it, it's right there.
Missing,
Like, oh
or
crap, I missed
due.
that one.
Do or whatever.
Some of these are once a year things. And you don't, all you do is all of a
This is for
sudden.
your tonnage and number of,
Yeah,
No, this is
your
electronics.
But they're also, I think they're gonna move our everything else to once a year too. I think that's gonna be a shit show, because that means you're gonna have to keep track tally of 12 bills. But their feeling is that we don't need to report as often as we do. Right now, I do it every quarter. Every quarter, I have to log on to retrack, I have to total up our tonnage for anything that leaves the yard. Everything has to have a,
so they give you a readout after they've gotten it and weighed, because you don't have
yep,
scales, so.
yep, some of it you have to guess, because you're not gonna get a readout on your compost. You don't get a readout on your books, you just kinda ask them, hey, what's a full gallon weigh, blah, blah, blah. It's, they used to laugh when Dennis was here, because Dennis Barchwentner, who is law enforcement for solid waste, Dennis would wait until she sent a NOAB notice of alleged violation, and then he would call her, and she'd miserable. And he would be like, I don't know why you need the numbers from me, you got them from everybody else, and he would do it every single time. I just was like, dude, one of these times, she is just gonna clamp down on you hard, but it's what you have to do. It's not a big whoop, you just calculate up your tonnage, and you go on retract, sign in, you put it in there, then I think the hazard waste is once a year too, right? So hazard waste and your electronics are once a year reported. So I'll get
How
that.
many hazardous waste things do you have to do?
Two a year. Used to be 4, they cut it back, which is probably a good thing, because it's a $5,000 setup fee, right? That's right off the bat. Then anything then it's all by pound, all by pounds. Obviously, things that burn at a higher BTU take less fuel to get rid of. That material is cheaper. And then they'll break it all down for you, and they'll tell you what you owe. So your 5,000 your setup, and then you get tacked on whatever it took to destroy what they collected. So they'll average 6, 7 grand, and we were required to do 4 of them here not too long ago. So it's fairly.
So did they back off on everybody, or just because we don't have that much stuff?
I think they back
think
off on
everyone-
everybody,
Yeah, they
because
changed
it's
that.
just, I mean, some of these towns are absorbing 100,000 plus because of the amount they take in. We kind of luck out because, as you know, we're our own solid waste district. So we're only taking from town Winhall. You take like Londonderry, they're a 5-town consortium. They're taking 5 towns. So there's more material, costs more to get rid of it. That's that. Have we heard from them about dates or anything?
I was just gonna say, an email just came in from that Jeff guy saying, here are some dates to choose from, so I'll
Okay.
forward to you.
So, yeah, so I'll get that straightened out, or get that done. So, that's nothing. What else? There was something else I totally forgot.
Say the
We have
first
the
thing that goes to mind.
We have the library roof.
Yeah, no, it was something else at the transfer station, but
I say the first thing that goes to your mind, but I've forgotten what the other one is.
I'll have to remember it tonight. There's really not been, I mean, it's at that time of year, right? There's nobody here. We're starting to do our spring litter patrol, which is mandatory by state, get that done. Get it cleaned up, get it straightened up. The plow guy just, he rips a lot of the year. He's just an asshole. Okay. God, I know there was something, I don't remember what it was, so the hell with it. I still have to get I do have to get a C box. Because I do have to get those mattresses undercover before I get another surprise inspection.
So sort of like what you have your
Tires, compost.
composting, you mean?
Yeah, I can't, so the day that I got the surprise inspection, and she drove 4 hours to do it, surprise. The day before that, they had a meeting, and they decided to classify mattresses as municipal solid waste. You cannot store municipal solid waste on the ground, because it's technically garbage. The next day she arrived for my surprise inspection and she done this on it. And I was no forewarning, no nothing, so I'm a little unclear how you're supposed to meet any new regulations when they don't put anything out.
Well, if they hadn't even had time to put it out yet, but
And
what-
they done me for it and I didn't even know anything about it, so, but whatever.
So you got room for another box?
Yeah, so if you remember, and you might remember, Stuart, there were 3 cement pads there for the original 3 recycling boxes we had. They sat on cement pads with ramps built in between. The one, so it started where the compost is, and then back towards the swap shop. There's 2 more of those cement pads under the ground. But what I'm thinking is that we don't really use the space in between the 2 that are there now. There's no reason they couldn't be,
They can be
Pushed
almost
down.
tight together,
yeah,
because you don't have to, you're not filling off the side of them, so you don't have to have a walkway.
no. And then, yeah, because I'm hoping, once I get a tire shipment out, then I have to call an RRA for that. I wanna try to keep all tires in one bin, not here and there, back and forth, but one bin, then you compost, and obviously the reason we use that bin for compost is because we can close the door and chain it shut at night, so we don't have boo-boo coming around.
Looks
and
like a
then-
bear got in your stuff last night, Teresa.
Second night in a row.
Yeah, okay.
Well, at least you weren't like Brian and
Always
put it
like
in your
that.
Jeep with a tunnel cover and
Yeah,
watch it rip it off twice.
yeah, wow.
Yeah, so that'll, and then I'll drag all my stuff out to try to slow people down. At some point, we are gonna work on something, because I have no teeth to tell these people to slow down. There's no punishment. There's
You
not-
still got a problem with them coming in fast?
We had one the other day, 28 miles an hour by the office.
28?
28, yeah. Yep, it's pretty consistent. I always figured when it's time for me to take a vacation, I'm gonna wait for one to just jump out at and total their car. So yeah, I mean, speeding is a #1 issue in that yard, #1. It's always a problem all the time. It never goes away. But with no teeth, I mean, all I can do is just keep going out there, hey, you gotta slow down, hey, you gotta slow down, hey, you gotta slow down. We have no system in place to say like,
So do you need blue lights and a ticket book?
I was wondering if.
I'm not sure if that's such a good idea.
Well, I was wondering if you'd just give me permission to, carry a gun. a slow one.
Yeah.
But,
that's
you know, we
fair.
need something to the effect of like, okay, you get one warning, you get 2 warnings, third time or whatever, you're out. Because they don't seem to understand the safety factor. At any given moment in that yard, you may have elderly, you may have kids, you may have dogs walking around it.
I go to the dump, so you gotta be careful, I might be walking slow across the yard.
You know, well, look at Brian.
Since I'm the oldest one in this room.
I mean, Brian couldn't get out of his way if he had to.
So, how many speed bumps do you put in?
So, yeah, I used to put a speed bump in, and then Bill said that it was, when Bill was my liaison, he was like, it's too aggressive, you can't do that anymore.
But it slowed them down.
It slowed him down.
Yeah, I think a speed bump at this time of year is just fine.
No, we can't do it in the winter.
Yeah, no, you
Right.
take
But
them out.
do you have some rubber
Yeah.
ones that you put down,
So,
or do you just
I
put a
was
ditch in?
thinking, yeah, usually I just build it, but I was thinking of actually purchasing rubber ones.
Hmm?
Because then you can move them, they wouldn't have to stay in the same place, you could actually move them up and down the yard, so.
Move them further closer to the gate, so if they hit them
Because,
quicker and at least
well,
they'll,
yeah, the thing of it is what we found over the years with a permanent one, they get used to that one there. So they'll go like hell to it, go over it, go like hell beyond it. Where if I had the ones you can place, you could run them in one spot for a while, then move them up the
So
yard,
the yellow
move
ones.
them down the yard.
aren't they usually?
Yeah, they're black and yellow, and they have the classifications of, you know, the height and width and all of that. I looked into them once before, and then, but that was kind of, because also then, you could actually, in effect, you could watch your winter weather. And say you knew you were coming into a holiday, and you knew it was gonna be busy and the weather was gonna be clear, you could put those out and stake them. And then, you know, it boggles my mind how many times I have to jump up and go, because we have that radar current, and that's what I watch. And I'm out that door constantly. You gotta slow down, you gotta slow down. Yeah, well, I did. Well, yeah, you went from 30 to 18. Sign says 5. It's probably the number one thing that we have to deal with all the time. All the time. I did have to put a new lock in our door. Ours finally died. So we got one at the hardware store, I put it in. So at least we have a new lock, but it is coded the same as everything else.
Okay.
Um,
So it's an electronic lock?
yeah,
Okay.
yep. There was a key with it, so I can provide you with a key.
Well, we'll have to get a
Oh, yeah.
Knox box for,
Frickin' building's got it secured for nothing
I
anyway.
know, but we gotta have one for the bay, for the town garage.
Town garage.
Because I might not, I mean, I know the code, but the problem.
Now, you don't have to worry about the accessory buildings up there, like the electronic built-in.
Right, those shouldn't catch on fire.
I'm storing lithium-ion batteries. And quite a few
Yeah.
of them usually.
Then we should have a key, so we should get a Knox box that we can put enough keys in for all of those buildings. If you've got batteries there, because we know how volatile they can be, we might as well do it so that we don't have to cut a door down.
Yeah, I mean.
Now, I have a Knox box for here,
Mhm.
because someone put the wrong one on their house. They had to have like 4 keys to access everything. So I had the town buy that one back from them, I had them buy the bigger one. So I've already assigned that to this building. It's down in the vault.
Yeah.
So when we get ready, that can go here, and we'll put a master key in it for here, for this room,
Yeah.
this building.
I currently have, I think, 4 or 5 lithium-ion sitting in bales of sand. And then I have to make special arrangements to have them shipped out because they're swell.
Okay.
I love grandmothers that come in with their cell phone or computer and they'll hand it out. I don't know what's going on with it, and it'll be, wow. Well, I do, you probably should let me have that. Alright, so that's that, and other than that, we're, yeah, just day to day, whatever.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about the
Yeah.
the roof project.
So, the thing I saw on here is under option 2, the cold roof option. It says 2x4 sluppers, they should be sleepers.
I was gonna say, what's a slupper?
I copied it word for word off of the Walker.
Well,
So what's a slupper then?
I don't know,
can't-
that's how they spelled it.
You can't necessarily, I mean, I don't know, is they're all in the
Sleepers,
best.
that we said?
Yeah, they're called sleepers.
The other thing, down under responses to the request, number 1, it should say roofing, not siding.
Yeah.
And then the only thing I didn't see on here was asking for a bond.
I don't think we bond. Or,
Really?
no, because
I
you
mean,
have.
what if the roof blows off because they didn't hook it down properly?
You have a warranty. You gotta be, I mean,
Where did you have? Oh, site, library siding project.
you know.
Okay, yeah,
for any-
yeah,
I mean,
good call. Yep.
Any building project, I've never done a bond.
No, I just noticed that it
Because just
wasn't
devil's
on there.
So,
advocate.
what do you
on
think,
that.
what is your feeling? Alex, we've talked about it.
Well, here's my feeling, if you require builders to
No.
have a bond,
No, I'm not talking about, I'm talking cold roof or not.
well, that's the reason why we did the 2 options, is so that they could do it either way. That was Christie's suggestion, is to have both options on there, because that's what Walker gave us, so then we just transferred that to the RFP.
Which was a little bit confusing, because it looked like the cold roof was on it, but it was, you add the 2
Yeah,
together.
right.
What, you're an experienced carpenter person.
I mean, yes, the cold roof is a good idea, but also it's possible that we might be able to just reshingle it and then go up in the attic and blow in cellulose and provide insulation on the ceiling and create a cold
So
space.
I know on my
Vent-
shop, I put a cold roof on.
Mhm.
And I plan on redoing the post office this year, and I plan on putting a cold roof on, because even though I've added insulation, et cetera, there's still always heat that escapes. And if you got heat escaping, you've got icicles. And that kind of eliminates, so it's more money, but it creates
Well, that was
less trouble.
The reason why we put both on there, because that's how Walker had given us the initial one.
Yeah.
So then at the meeting, Christie was like, well, we should have both options, so we put both options on there.
I mean, I think it's smart to have both and just, see what we get and,
Ask questions.
yeah.
So, I had one other thing under number 3. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. So both options mention about removing the existing 1 layer of shingles and disposing of the old shingles. This is a common conversation at our house, with only one man in the house, so now with having 3 experts in the room, we're men. Is there any validity or rationale to putting a new layer over the existing layer? I mean, some people do, some people don't. I'm against that. I want to see what's there, but I just wanted to just add
Well,
cost saving wise.
Actually, it's a little bit,
That boy right there.
I would never do that.
Never.
Unless I was just trying to cobble something together, but I wouldn't, at that point, I wouldn't even put shingles on, I would just
Yeah.
throw corrugated metal on it just to get me through.
so
it for a while.
there is a little bit of a caveat here. It says, option 1, remove existing layer of shingles and dispose of. Option 2, remove existing 1 layer of shingles and dispose of both shingles. So it's almost like we're allowing them to charge twice for removing 1 layer. Or
How many layers
there
are
are 2
there?
different
we
options.
assume 1.
Right, there should be 2.
There are 2 different options, so either if you bid for option 1, you gotta remove the existing layer, or if you go for option 2, you still have to remove the existing layer. They're they're either gonna give us a price for option 1 or option 2, and then we're gonna decide which option we want. We're not gonna vote for both options.
So
There's also gonna be somebody who will come in and say, well, what about if we, offer this kind of ventilation?
I mean-
Is that gonna make enough
So,
of a difference?
I think I think part of the problem is, if we do a cold roof, then we should still have the vented ridge cap, and we should have the flashing, which doesn't say it under option, just a second, which doesn't say it under option 2. So, should we change that so
Well,
that,
it's, the reason that it's not is because if you, and Al can correct me if I'm wrong, but if you go the cold roofs, you don't have to vent the same way, because it's a cold roof.
okay,
Is that
so,
correct, Al?
I would still probably just put a ridge vent in just for,
the,
But
the,
we can,
when we did mine, we put a ridge vent in so that the air has somewhere to go.
well, and especially if you're working with a metal ridge, it's not like shingles where you gotta go through and
Right,
pound that in and then do the
we
ridge
can copy
afterwards. I mean,
paste what
the
needs
metal
to
will
be
be-
dropped down.
well, I'm just saying, we wanna make it so there's no confusion. Teresa?
I just wanted to clarify, so we don't know how many layers of shingles there are. So in theory, if there's more than one layer of shingles, it's going to be removing any necessary layers of shingles, maybe.
Yeah, you gotta go
Do you know
down
what I
to the
mean?
plywood.
I,
You have to.
Yeah.
I believe to the best of our knowledge, is one layer.
There's one.
Okay.
All I know of. There's never been a roof put on it since I've been here, 26 years.
Right.
But should we perhaps just say remove existing layers of shingles? And then it,
The existing
covers
shingles.
Any
yes,
existing
something
shingles?
like that, yeah,
Because I
existing
don't want to come back to you and
shingles.
say, well, there was a second
Yeah,
layer and a
just-
third layer.
Right.
You need to strip it to the bare roof.
Right,
So-
so if we just do existing shingles,
The only other thing is that, you know, part of that can be in your pre-bid too. That, hey, look, we're not sure, there may be an extra layer up there, but
right,
by the request, we're just putting in there that it needs to be stripped down to the bare roof, because I also wanna know if, when you strip it to the bare roof, if you see any problems,
right, absolutely.
we can then
Is there a
correct.
pre-bid on this?
We didn't set one. If
We-
you would like to set
Oh,
one,
we
I can
always
put it
have
on it in
pre-bids.
here.
Yeah, so, okay, so, personally, I'm sorry, you had something else, Alex?
Yeah, tearing it down to, I assume it's gonna be tar paper underneath there, so obviously that'll all come off, we'll have to pull
You
all
can
the old.
assume anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the old roofing nails will obviously come out, and then when it comes to, I'm assuming it's probably 1-inch boards on there, because it's old enough.
Probably a good chance of it.
We should also include on there to nail off, because as the years go on, the nails start to pull out and the 1-inch boards start to get loose on the rafters, so those should be re-nailed. It doesn't take long, but it should be specified in there that no matter what, we need to
think
re-nail
we
off the
should.
current roof.
We need some, like more like a general statement of, you know, once you get those shingles off, anything. So, because like before, like with the Joslin brothers, when they did the roofs, we had it set up so, okay, this was your scope of work, but if you saw something, found something, you were to call me immediately, because we did find rot on the firehouse to take care of, and that being the same thing, like, you know, because you, I know to be specific, but the problem is at what point do you draw the line of, obviously if the nails are popped, you gotta re-nail it down, but then do you trust them if there's a rotten board to replace the rotten board, or do we need to put that in there too? Or there's gotta be a general way that, in order to phrase it, that covers like,
Right, so they just don't cover it up.
exactly, you know, contact, whatever, if you see anything.
All right, so,
I have one more thing, under the period of performance, I don't want this work to terminate on December 31st, because then it could be like we had with this building. I would like to see that building, that roof complete no later than 10/15, before any kind of winter.
I mean, you know, depending on when you actually get this out and when you award it and everything else.
But we're still spring really, so we got months. I mean, if they can't get it done by then, that's a problem.
So-
a couple
so-
of months, cause you gotta account for weather.
So
You get
do we,
weather.
are we gonna reconfigure this just a little bit? And,
Yeah, I mean, that's why you guys are looking at it. to
Yeah,
get it.
remove existing shingles and dispose of old.
so in other words, take out one layer, remove existing shingles and dispose of old shingles.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we're not getting ourselves, backing ourselves into a corner on that.
And there are things, at least in my experience, that, yeah, you have to kind of, one of them being clean up. Once they're done getting them off, you're gonna wanna walk around, you're gonna wanna look at things, make sure they're not leaving a shit ton of nails on the ground, what have you, because that's a pretty common thing.
So, have you heard enough to redo? what
I just
we-
made those changes.
You
Yep.
did?
When do you want the work to terminate by?
I would say by no later than October 15th. I mean, we don't even wanna be going into any kind of winter weather with that roof. That needs to be sealed up and done, and
And then realistically,
It will
should
be,
quick.
yeah.
I mean, it's,
It should be a day or two job, it should be a day or two job for the right.
So a comment to Beth was, do you remember when Walker, I believe he said it would be a 2 to 3 week project, so that will help establish your timeline. The thing I don't see here, is there going to be a dumpster on site for
That's up to them.
disposal?
That's up to
it's
them.
up to them.
Okay, so you guys don't provide that?
No,
Remove
I
existing
don't know,
shingles,
that's what I was asking, I'm
remove
sorry.
existing shingles and dispose of old shingles. That's their responsibility,
Okay,
which they'll charge us for
yes,
disposing of them, but that's their responsibility, we're
but
not.
we get charged the exact same, Teresa, so there's never any savings if we,
yeah.
I mean, Casella doesn't cut us
I
any.
was
They
just-
probably actually charge us
I
more.
was just concerned when you said about walking around the building and seeing stuff all over that.
Well, see, you know, I mean, you're tearing shingles off, or more than likely they'll use shingle forks, shovels, whatever. A lot of times nails fly out, they'll roll down. You just wanna make sure that they're doing it, cause I had to tell them here about that, to get a magnet out and sweep the parking lot.
Which they do every day.
Yeah, it's
No.
just one of those things that usually does happen around a
So,
construction.
may I ask one question? Under cold roof, install roofing underlayment, 3-inch ISO board. So is that like what's here, insulation board
Yeah.
like what's here?
Yeah.
Same type of stuff?
Yeah.
So we would, if the deck is good and if they have to re-nail the boards, then it'd be that 3 inches of insulation over that. Now, that's only in the cold roof situation,
Correct, because that's how you make your cold roof.
okay? Okay,
It's the same thing they did, Stuart, I don't know if you remember, same thing they did on the 4-bay. They added that much
yeah,
before they put the rubber membrane over it.
right. Okay, does anyone else have any suggestions or
No,
or
not
thing?
on the,
Okay,
Did you wanna do a vented ridge cap
Yeah,
and a pre-bid?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, when do you wanna do that?
when can we have this modified?
It's being done right now.
Okay.
So I see
So-
I'm sorry, the proposals are due the 18th of May?
Mm-hmm. If we can change that.
Well, I'm just curious, I'm just trying to get a timeline in my little noggin over here.
As long as we're not doing the 19th.
is that your birthday?
So I would, I don't know, a couple weeks
16.
out for the pre-bid, 10 days,
Well, here we are, we're at the 15th.
yeah?
It'll take a week to get in the paper.
Okay, so around May 1st,
Yeah, Friday, May 1st.
is
Right.
that? I mean,
I'll have to ask my boss if I can get out of work a little bit to go.
What time?
9 o'clock?
okay, everybody? I mean, you're gonna be at work.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. You're gonna be
Okay.
at work,
I
well,
mean,
whatever.
I could
I mean,
go- I could
no,
make-
whatever, it's not a,
But
it's a
the-
big project, but it's not, they have to come and look at it. Are we gonna trim those trees before they come?
I want to trim them right to the ground, but nobody agrees with me, so, yeah, we should.
Can we hire Homestead to do that? And just get them to,
Remember, you and I looked at
I
that
know,
before.
but that was one of many projects we had going at the
Well,
time,
and
and
then if, I don't know if you remember, but the then librarian was just No,
Well,
we were
that's,
in her kingdom.
that's not really,
The town building.
we gotta get them trimmed back so that they can work on them without
Well,
the
they
trees
cause-
knocking them
The
off.
problem is they don't also allow the roof to dry.
Mhm.
So did you remove that one layer from option 2 also, so it's just
I
removed?
did remove existing shingles and dispose of old shingles. I'm gonna email it to everybody right now.
Awesome, thanks.
And then, Lisa, you'll be at that pre-bid meeting to take attendance and minutes and whatever changes?
If it's a public select board meeting, Caroline takes minutes. So if you wanna warn it as a public select board meeting, then she would take minutes. But if you'd like me to serve there.
How many,
Well, if
how
you're
many
gonna, if
people
we're gonna have
can
it, I'm sorry, Stuart.
be? No, so how many select board members can be at it and it not be called a select
Only
board?
two.
Two?
The last time we had 3, and I don't wanna eliminate people from going because this is how we learn things. But I think you should be in attendance because if there's amendments, those should be made right then and there. Last Friday, I had to do that, and that's not my job at all. So I would very much like you to be in attendance to make any amendments at that pre-bid meeting.
Would 9 work for you or would it be later?
I guess it is something we need to talk about at some point.
Okay. All right,
Okay, so we're done with that topic?
yeah, right,
Okay.
she's gonna email
I'm
it
gonna
to us
email
with
it to
those
her
changes.
now.
Then we can talk about it in a little while, but basically, I think we'll have that confirmed and can send it out to, so we can get it in and have, when did we say, the 1st of May? Okay, and that's a Friday? We don't have a calendar up here.
I do, no, yeah, it's
May
Friday,
first.
yeah, it's Friday,
Okay.
May 1st.
Fine, okay. All right, what else?
So Scott, on this building, we have air conditioners that need to be, I guess, unhooked or something so they can work around them or whatever they need to do. Plus we've got the bulkhead issue.
Yes, hopefully Ray has that all figured out from my last conversation with him. He had talked to, because I was here that day when we met with Jeffers. We looked at all the units. He
Okay.
just told Jeffers what had to happen with all the units. He has a plan for the bulkhead.
Okay. I think the 2 arborvitae's outside of Derek's
I
office.
have no clue what those are. You gotta
They're the
speak to me in
tall,
stupid
green,
terms.
thin little trees. There's
Oh,
4 of them.
Green
So-
evergreens.
So there's 4 of them there. 2 of them are way too close to the roof in the building. I think we should have those cut down.
Let's just rip them out.
And I think that fir tree at the end of my office is too big. It needs to
Should've
go
never went-
away.
They should
No,
have never, they should have been taken down when
Yeah.
they did it.
so,
Nobody ever thinks about how big trees will actually
Yeah.
get.
do you want me to reach out to Homestead, see if they can cut those down, or should we just have Trevor come and cut them down to the ground?
We can do it in-house.
Okay, great.
My suggestion would be just put some ribbon on them.
Yep, I'll do
It's
that.
gonna happen, because we're just such a skeleton crew right
Yep.
now, just gonna, one day you're just gonna show up, you're gonna
Yep.
be gone. If you just take some pink ribbon or something
Yeah,
wrap
I'll-
around them.
Yep, I'll put some surveyor
I'll make
ribbon
sure I
on them.
pink ribbon everything out there, Trevor.
Just remember.
Because that's what we did at the firehouse, when we needed to get rid
Mm-hmm.
of, I just said to the guys, you know, hey, when you get a chance, you're running by there or whatever, you just,
Cut 'em.
you know, snail them out.
What about the railings?
The railings,
The railings that we have to move because they're built into the wall, so they can't put a siding on.
so all that stuff is, I mean, that's up to them, all that is to be undone. They move them out, they block the wall, they put their siding around, they get bolted back on.
Because those are poured into the concrete.
Well, what may have to happen is that, so what we've done in the past is, we've cut them at the stair level. We roll the flat plate on, drill 4 holes in it. When they get it blocked on, then you move it out,
Then we have to have a,
then you lag them into your concrete. It's the stupidest thing ever to do that style of where you do it into the concrete, because there is no room for anything future. It is just, I don't know why they
oh,
do
we
it
may
that
have to
way.
have them re-welded because
Well-
the problem is where if we take them off and move them out, it's gonna change the angle of the rest of the thing. So we're gonna be bending them to make it work. Al?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the only ones that are actually bolted are the ones bolted to the front two posts out here, right?
They're actually in the cement.
Yeah, but
There are
those are
three,
the only ones.
there are three that are impeding the finish of the job. They have brought a piece of siding up to it, but they would have to leave it there and go siding here, siding here, siding here. It needs to be moved back 2 or 3 inches so that they can put siding in there. Yeah, it'll look pretty foolish to do siding up to it on the whole thing, because there's this one here at the front entrance, and then there's 2 at the police station side.
I forgot about the ones at the police station, that's what I was thinking about. I thought it was just the ones on the.
No, there
front
are
posts.
3 of them,
Right.
so, okay.
Regardless, it's in their wheelhouse,
Okay,
as I've spoken to Ray.
all right.
I mean, I hired you to do this job. You were hired to do this job to re-side this building. Whatever goes along with re-siding the building, whether it's bumping out the bulkhead, the units, the camera, the whatever,
Okay,
they're getting paid for that.
all right, so.
And I
you
will
talk-
speak to Ray and say, hey, you know, I need to know that know what we're talking about with these railings. Because like in my office, when the monkeys decided just to cope around a corkboard that weighs 4.0 ounces instead of taking it off the wall, I will reach out to make sure he understands that
Okay.
we're not just gonna hodgepodge this
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, we're moving along now, I just gotta,
I've been stopping in, talking to Alex, see how things, but, you know, I mean, it's limited conversation. I've
Mhm.
touched base with Ray a few times just to make sure that
okay,
we're all on board.
All right.
I know where he's at or whatever. The thing, I just had the one other thing for, this is Julie and Christie. I started that, so I had to write it in this book because I'll have to go through because this page, and this part of this page is just facilities, what I'm responsible, day-to-day things I do, blah, blah, blah. So I just kind of jotted it in this to start with, because I'm sure there's shit I'm forgetting.
Right, which is part of the whole thing, is continuity, is to
and-
know, because you do,
And then on the
so
transfer
many
station,
different-
I'm at 2 pages plus again, and that one's not done.
right,
So
and
I have started it,
we appreciate that, yeah, we're
It's-
just trying to get things
it's a
so we
wee,
know.
it's a wee bit, like, yeah, there were
Yeah.
things that I kind of remembered, and I was like, oh, shit.
And, yeah, and that's why, you know, take your time, I
Yeah.
don't think we have to get it done. We just want to have those,
Yeah, well, I know you had said that you hoped that I, you know, something started, so I mean, I jumped into it. Friday,
oh, I can, did it
we'll
just
have
come?
Yes.
Friday we'll have a corrected fee
The schedule.
thing.
Yeah, we
Okay,
had somebody
great. I
call me
just,
the other day, and-
yeah, I don't want someone to say, look, I'm not paying it because this is what's listed. It's kind of like at the grocery store,
Yeah,
like
but
that's
if
the
you,
price that's
if you look
listed.
on the very bottom of that, it says the attendance decision is final, and that was put in there so that if somebody did say, hey, I got this, what's it cost, but then they show up there, and that's not all they have, or they
Well,
don't.
the-
Right,
Yeah,
but this
that's-
was specific, like
Yeah, I mean, when
bulk
we,
items, and it was from
we-
'07, so.
well, yeah, I mean, we didn't really have to change anything up until then the price to pump the white goods went up.
well, that one's from '07, it's got
original.
David Glayback
It's the,
and
it's,
Bob Oakes
it's
and,
actually the original.
really,
That is the
so
original one.
we gotta,
Yeah,
if we can get that updated,
Yeah.
just so that we don't get in
that's the
trouble.
original one.
I had a
We
hard time
started
finding it, I knew it was there, but I had
Because
to
like the
fumble
tires,
around and-
the tires is a whole different schedule now because of the way they charge us. It's
Okay.
$5 across the board unless you get into
Big ones.
big truck tires
Yeah.
and stuff like
Okay.
that. Holy
So,
crap.
has everyone seen the revised RFP?
Yes.
Is there any problem with that?
No,
No.
looks great.
Christie, did you see it?
I did.
Okay. Do we wanna vote on that so we can get that off the, not off the agenda, but move along?
I make a motion to go ahead and send out the library roof RFP.
A second?
Motion made and seconded, any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, all set? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, unless you have something else, anything.
I don't know of anything, do you?
Beth has,
Yeah.
the locks are now set in this building.
Getting closer.
Yes, the locks are all done
They're
in,
done.
they're all done in this building. Everybody pretty much
Except a
has
few
a
striker
key
blades.
except for, I gotta get together with Dean for the school board, just so they can get in. But everybody else signed for their keys, and with the understanding it's a $50 replacement
Do I
if you
give
lose
the
it.
other one?
And I have requested two for myself because of the different vehicles on there.
That's
I
fine.
can't.
No problem.
And the other thing is I know I'll forget my key to get in my office now, so
Mhm.
that'll,
Yeah.
but,
So,
when that's done, are the extras going in the key box?
I
in
put
my
the
office?
mill keys in the vault, but I'll give you the extra ones for the front door that you needed for the, because there really aren't extras of any of the others. Like I didn't have to make a ton of them. So we just have the ones you requested for the front door for service people.
And I only say that just because, I mean, I need to know where the
Yep.
line is as to what am I actually in charge of when it comes to the keys.
Well, you asked me to have them done, so I took that upon myself
I
to
just
do
wanna
it.
make sure that we have the extras are in that key box, if someone comes and says, hey, I
Yeah.
need, and then I'll need a copy of that list. So then if someone loses a key, do I take action? Do I come to you guys? Because you have decided this $50 thing. If
Oh, yeah.
someone comes to me and says they
I don't
want a
know,
replacement key.
when was that decided?
I don't know, it's
So
fine by
the-
me.
When Dan was here and we were discussing it, because
I don't think that you just get to decide that.
I
though.
didn't actually just
he
decide it,
kind
Julie,
of,
thank you.
he kind of said if he has to start making replacement master keys, then he's charging the service call and the key blank and all this stuff. It adds up fairly quickly. I mean, if he has to come back over, because he doesn't have copies of the master keys. We have a copy of the master key for him to make copies of. You can't take this to the hardware store and get another key made. So it involves a service call and his time to do it. That's why, you know, he said it could very easily run in the $50 range unless he was here doing something else. Hopefully, nobody will lose them.
But they do lose them. We've seen it in the past. They lose them all the time. They don't care. They sell their car and they give the keys away. And the key's gone. I mean, hopefully no one's gonna lose one, Julie, so we're not gonna have to worry about this. I mean, we should be responsible adults.
I can't keep track of my cell phone, you know.
Do
I'm
you
not-
want the old key back, the no good one?
Yes, because we're saving those oh no, the one I gave you, the master
To re-
keys,
to
no,
replace.
throw that
Okay,
away.
Just double checking.
But if you had a key for the original front door, we're taking those in case we need to use those locks later on in some other building.
Okay,
So the original key, but the 2 week ago key,
That one throw in the garbage.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
There was a
throwing
little
any-
One that has a
burr.
number.
I'm not throwing
Yeah.
any key in the garbage.
There's a
Because
little
there's
no way.
burr on
There's
it.
no sense of ditching the locks that he took out.
No.
oh, absolutely not, I'm
Commercial
just,
locks, we might as well hold them aside somewhere. I mean, had I known that they're gonna replace the ones in our offices, I could have used that one at the station.
So are we giving them to you, Scott?
They're all downstairs outside of his office right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're
Until
all in
Derek's.
the key box, and apparently everybody has a key from my office, so there shouldn't be any problem with.
The only
getting
ones are
in there.
master keys. There's no one else that has, but we're not
If
going.
you go in there, would you clean my office?
I've been batching it for about 2.5 weeks. You don't want to see my cleaning.
I'm gonna take the
Your
cork board
front porch
down
is
and
beautiful.
write something
Yeah.
behind
Your
it
front
for
porch is
next time.
beautiful. Barbara's gonna be so happy with that.
Mm.
I have something,
Uh,
sir. So I
Okay,
wanted
Your
to follow
second
up on
one.
what Julie's,
If I have to sign for the second one.
Well, it's got a
Just-
number
just
next to
second.
it.
yeah.
We'll wait till we stop talking.
So are you gonna make a motion that that's what's gonna happen, that if someone loses their key? we should
I'll
do
make a
that?
motion that if somebody loses a key, they should be responsible enough that they have to pay $50 because we should not be incurring that fee.
I'll second
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just
I think it's fair.
just trying to get something in the minutes so that it's all legal, so people aren't surprised when you
Yeah.
charge them that.
I told them when they signed, actually, nobody seemed to have a problem, but we should have it in the minutes, yes.
Okay, Beth made a motion that there be a $50 replacement fee for a master key.
Oh, Jesus, there goes my $50.
Christie, it's under the table.
Oh, no.
See, but now you don't look
And-
for it.
And,
Are you trying to sign?
and Christie
26
seconded it.
years and now I have to sign for a key.
Go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong, it's not just for the master key, it's any key.
Any of the new keys.
Okay, I'm sorry, I said that incorrectly. So, if you lose one of the new keys,
Makes people keep track of them better.
I mean, that's typical in life. If you get a key for something and you
Right.
lose it, you end up.
okay, so, did you make the motion for any key?
All keys related to this town hall, the new keys, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
anything that's on that list is every key. so-
Yes.
Okay, you seconded it, is there any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay. All right, highway department. Trucks, not trucks, truck.
I wish I could come up and say this was gonna be an easy session, but I think we're gonna have this one too. Well, we'll do the truck first, since I see we've got a gentleman here. That's good.
We're only 5 minutes behind schedule, we're doing good.
So did you all receive my email?
Yes, yes.
I'm breaking it all down to my best abilities. I don't know if you guys had a chance to.
Well, I think it explained it fairly well. When did you send that, yesterday?
I think so, yeah. I did spend some time this weekend going over these the best I could. Some of the quick notes, as you all know, and Stuart, you and I had actually had a conversation with a gentleman who's here now about the.
Sorry, I can't remember your name.
I'm Mike.
You're from what used to be Kelly Chrysler.
That's correct. I'm from Casey, CDJ.
Casey,
Yeah.
okay.
Do you have the numbers, Carolyn?
Sure, I'll take it now. Thank
I
you.
know what's my
Okay,
ramblings without that. Got all the numbers right there on the right.
Okay, thank you.
So with the Ram, they priced out a full 4-door. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that or not. But the wheelbases are longer on those, not by much, 4 or 5 inches. But by the time you put a plow or sander on them, I don't know that it's going to be something that we're going to be utilized. It's a toss up in the garage for the guys. I'm not sure if it's really something we need, the full 4 doors, because we have the 150 to do any heavy and all along travel, the stuff that we do. So I don't know if everybody's seen Stewart's pickup. It's basically gonna be as long as Stewart's pickup, and you're gonna have a foot and a half of
You
sander.
only need about 3 acres to turn it
Right,
around.
and my concern is if we decide to go the other way and take over the parking lots and stuff again, is that going to be feasible? At the end of the day, with the wheelbases, you're only talking 178, I believe, to 168 to 172 is your difference in your
Forward,
wheelbases.
6 inches,
Right.
just a second.
I would be interested to know how cumbersome it's gonna be for sanding the yard to back and to get lined up to get in between boxes and, because it's not like it's an easy swing to get.
Right.
And particularly if you got a plow and a sander on.
Yeah.
Correct. You know, so that was my outtake on the Ram. I mean, the price was there.
Actually, his was almost the best price, wasn't it?
His was the best price.
You're trying to offset that one demerit that you got
Yeah.
on the bed.
And,
Yeah,
and his trade value was respectable.
Excuse me just a moment, I got, Alec?
Well, so actually, this was right before you said that his was the best price. I was wondering if the 4-door was more expensive than the extended cab.
No, he actually,
It should be.
what would the name list off the,
Go for it.
Yeah.
so Casey Ram was $65,898
Is that including
with a trade
the trade?
of 25,000.
No.
Formula Ford was $68,378. I did not see a trade listed on there. It just said Ram trade. Faith Ford was $71,568 with a trade of $28,000. Claremont Ford was $72,638 with a trade of $15,000. And Monadnock Ford was $75,500 $59 with a trade of $25,000. Beth did point out on,
Which dealer charged us tax?
that's Monadnock.
Okay, so
They
they're-
charge us sales tax, which was $4,200, and that kicked their price down to $70,812.36. So, that's kind of where your numbers lie. The bodies, everybody went with aluminum flatbed body except for Claremont Ford, they went with a steel flatbed. Either way, I mean, you're keeping the truck 8 to 10 years, you put a steel body on there, it's going to rust. Caveat is, you back into something, you have the ability to fix it. The aluminum, it's not gonna rust, it's gonna oxidize. You back into something, you've got potential of ruining the whole body. So personal opinion, Scott, I don't know if you wanna weigh in on that or not, steel or aluminum.
What's I mean? I'm the one that backs into everything?
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
But I mean, so the body's there.
You'll be older by then, so you
Yeah,
back up till it sounds expensive.
It is very important though that Trevor brings that up, because what you do need to understand is that small truck, that Dodge, is what we use to sand the yard. Period. That is, we use it in the wintertime, it is partly one of our pieces of equipment. With an aluminum body, you probably are gonna be safe, because I don't use it, Meg does. And she's a good driver. I'm not.
Well, as you get up in age, it's not a problem, Scott. So.
That has been a problem from day one, ask Al the shit out of
So just to break it down one more
Are you
quick.
raising your hand, Teresa?
Yeah, I can wait.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't see.
It's just real quick, on the Sanders, Formula Ford and Claremont Ford spec'd out a steel sander, which is a gas powered, which is not what we were looking for also.
Who did?
Formula Ford and Claremont Ford.
Okay.
Other than that, everybody did the same plow. My suggestion, as you saw in the email, would be to go with Faith Ford. For a couple reasons, they gave us a really good trade on the Ram, and the simple fact that they are a mile away from where we get our big truck serviced. So we can kind of kill two birds with one stone on most occasions, parts and repairs and stuff like that. So your numbers are all close. They are not the lowest bid, but they are giving us the most bang for a buck on the Ram. Probably I did not take the time to break down the numbers to see where everybody fell with the Ram.
What are they offering us on the truck, Ram?
Faith Ford is offering us $28,000, and Casey was 25. And so was a Monadnock.
So I guess it depends on if we think that the extra 6 inches length is gonna make a big difference.
Correct. And like I said, we're a drop at the garage.
I personally believe that we hire managers to make these choices for us, since they're the ones who are using the equipment. You've had good explanations for why we should go with this one. I say we take Trevor's recommendation. That's my opinion.
I agree. I have one question.
Oh, shoot, weird.
So you said that the Ram was a 4-door.
Correct.
Versus what was the other option? I'm
They're
sorry.
just like a half a door.
So like suicide doors or?
Correct.
Sorry, that's
I
not
don't know if
proper
they're
term.
suicide or if they open normal, but they're just
Okay.
half a cab. You know, like Dusty's truck is 4 full doors.
Yes.
This will be a little bit shorter.
So, okay, so if the 3 of you, or 4 of you, hopefully eventually, go somewhere together to a class, is that what you would take?
No, we have the 150 for that.
Right.
That's
Okay.
and that's why I'm kind of leaning away from this here.
Yep, just.
And like what Scott was saying, in the yard and stuff, and if we do decide to start doing these parking lots again, it's gonna be something, I think, I don't know.
It's too long.
Teresa?
So, a couple little questions about this. So, are these prices that you quoted, Trevor, can I address Trevor? Or I can address you, whichever. These prices that Trevor quoted, with a trade-in, are they contingent upon the trade-in, or could you sell the truck outright and then just apply what you get for the truck and still get the same price they're quoting you? Is that too convoluted of a question?
Well, I know what you're saying,
Yeah,
but I don't know that, what would your feeling, I mean, you're the only one here, what would your,
Well,
no,
Trevor.
I'm sorry.
Mike.
It's okay. I think that trading that to a dealer is probably the best way for the community to maximize its value at this point. You could try to sell it privately. I looked at all the data. We're trying to step up and give you guys a very fair offer for the truck, and I think obviously some of the other stores are as well. I don't see, you might make an extra 1,000 or 2, but you've got to run into the right buyer.
The problem is, then we got a bunch of tire kickers, and we have to run a bid process too.
From a dealer level, we do assume risk on that trade. We have to get it up to snuff.
Yep.
And
Right.
get it ready for sale. So there is more cost involved from a dealer level. A private buyer might be willing to be able to do that work themselves, or they might be able to take.
They might be willing to absorb that risk.
Correct. They might be willing to absorb that risk, but I'll offer. I came up and looked at the trade. I'm very satisfied with our offer, and again, you guys will be able to use it as well while we'd be preparing the truck.
Alex?
I think Trevor actually, and this was, I believe, what the conversation was with the big trucks, was that, and like he just said, that you can use it and then it incentivizes the dealer to get it ready.
Correct.
And then as soon as it's ready, you drive the old one up, you drive the new one home. You don't have to deal with trying to sell it, you don't have to deal with meeting people, you don't have to deal with an auction. You just in and out, and I mean,
Right.
I think that price, any of those prices are pretty good for that.
Did you have so did that answer your question, Teresa?
Yeah, pretty much, so the town is not interested in selling the current truck to anybody else. They wanna use it as a bargaining factor to buy a new truck. I know how this works, I understand how the whole thing works, but if you had somebody that was willing to pay more than that, you're still not interested.
But what happens if when it comes time to put it up for bid and we get less?
Right.
Yeah, like
So-
we're bound by the legal.
I understand all that, I just happen to know somebody's looking for a truck, so that's why I'm making
Right,
this inquiry.
but the problem is, if in 4 months,
If your truck isn't ready, then you guys don't have a truck, I get it.
right, and well, the problem is, if somebody's willing to bid on it now, they aren't gonna wait to 4 months to get it, probably, and then if we don't get a $25,000 bid on it, then we have not been fiscally responsible.
Correct.
So,
So, yes, I guess, yeah, she answered my question. I don't like the answer, but I
well,
accept it. That's fine.
I can't.
But that's the other thing, is like, there's not many people in this room that remember, besides probably Trevor and myself, because we've been here long enough, when we did sell outright one of the Fords, both of them, and it was just a shit show. It was not pleasant
It
at
didn't
all.
go well.
No.
Well, we just, like one of the 550s, we got $11,000 out of.
Yeah.
I do remember that number, but, I mean, it's a gamble.
I mean, in all reality, we're gonna be paying Trevor or Scott or whomever to show this truck to somebody, and so it just doesn't make any sense anyways, but.
No, I was only talking about the fact that I knew somebody.
Right, fair.
That's a totally different scenario, I'm sorry.
No, no, I understand, but it just, I've sold trucks of my own and they sit there and then, oh, well, the brakes are grinding now, or their brakes are shaking. I want this fixed before we do this, and this is gonna lower the bid because there's an axle joint bad. This, that's just my, but I guess we still have, we take these recommendations and we make a decision on it and we buy the truck tonight. But we have to, you can tell us what you guys want and we'll pull the trigger on it. It has to go through the board.
Can we ask, Mike, is there another option, or do you only have the crew cab option?
Yeah, so I had no choice but to use this configuration. We do not offer a extended cab in a 3500, which is what you guys want. It is available to us in another configuration. It is not heavy duty enough for what you guys need, so I went with the crew cab.
Okay.
So I guess it depends on if you guys think that extra 6 inches is a problem. We've had pretty good luck with the Dodge. In the beginning, I wasn't terribly, Dodge wasn't my first choice of this last one we did, but really it hasn't been too bad. We got away from the diesel,
Yep.
because we don't need the diesel power.
The only thing that I would add to that, just something for you guys to think about, is that in the 1-ton crew cab configuration, the steering box in it is a little bit quicker, if you will. There's a little bit better turning radius on those trucks. They do try to take that into consideration when they design the unit, to make it a little more maneuverable. Obviously it's something you have to consider, but they do try to offset that. They put a different steering box in there to make it a little more maneuverable for that reason.
So,
Now, part of the reason that we use that little truck on these little tiny roads is because the cul-de-sacs are a pain to turn around in. And I get it, it's not the size of a big truck, but why would we still go with something longer when we're constantly wishing we had something
I
shorter?
just asked the question because I'm gonna be asking your guys' opinion here in just a minute, and we're gonna make a decision on it. So that's why I asked the
Yeah.
question.
I don't,
Because,
the crew cab, I think is just not,
okay,
it's gonna be,
I just asked the question. Basically, that's what Julie said. You guys are the ones who use it. We're gonna ask for your opinion, and we're gonna go by what that opinion is in just a couple minutes. Alex, you had another question? No?
No.
We were just waving. Okay. All right, so do we want to ask their opinion one more time and say, okay, which way do you go? You've heard the options, and then we'll decide from there.
I stand by my decision to suggest the board goes with phase 4.
I have no issue with that.
So I need a motion from
I'll
somebody.
make a motion that we go with Faith Ford as Trevor has suggested.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Sorry.
All good.
Thanks for your
Appreciate the
time.
opportunity, guys, and keep us in
Thank
mind
you
for
for your
future.
time.
You were right there, but it just, yeah.
All good. I appreciate the opportunity. I'm gonna give you guys
Thank
some
you.
elbow space and
Thanks.
excuse myself.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Good night. Okay. You'll deal with it, you guys will deal with that, you gotta talk to Lisa to get the contract ready and all that stuff. Okay.
Okay, now we can go some lighter heart stuff. Kenny has been successfully signed up for the Leadership Academy. He starts that on Tuesday the 21st, and so Stacy, you know about it probably through Dusty, but Christy, what it is, it's just, it's a leadership academy to try to, the state puts on to help management style and stuff like that. I took it a couple years ago, and Kenny tried to get him in last year, there was a whole debacle. I was able to get him in this year, so he starts it next Tuesday, so.
Is Dusty gonna do it too?
He's done it with the state.
He's done it.
He's completely.
So how long, how often is it, or how long?
I haven't seen the full schedule yet.
Once a month.
Well, they reconfigured it, because that was the first year they ever done it, and they kind of consolidated it and stuff, so it'll probably be twice a month, it'll be going up to Barry. It's time to do it,
So how
so.
long does it run? I'm just curious.
I think last time it was 10 classes,
Okay.
so, there's that. April 27th, there'll be some work out on Kettle Farm Road, I'm sure you guys that don't know, where we did the big rock wall out there. We've got, and you might have seen it walking out there, we've got telephone pole that's listing. So, Hunter Excavating is going to go in with Green Mountain Power on the 27th and try to remedy that issue.
So, of April? or May?
Correct. Yep.
So, are we gonna put signs up?
It's gonna be passable, but they can put some signs
I
up.
still want the signs up, because we caught a lot of grief because somebody had to wait for 45 seconds. It's just, let's get signs up ahead of time and do your big ones. I don't want these little handwritten ones anymore. We invested in the big ones. Doesn't mean they're gonna read them, doesn't mean they're gonna believe them. But hopefully they'll do it on the day they say they're gonna do it.
Yes. And Hunter is going to cover this under his warranty for that wall. So there's that. The Green Up Day banner will be going up next week, because that's knocking on our doorstep.
When is that?
First Saturday in May.
May 2nd.
So that's coming. Got a shipment of new signs coming, street signs coming in, so we can get out to like South Road, Bromley Forest and waiting on some posts.
So you're gonna be as heavy duty as you can to put these things on. I know if they come into the Sawzall, they can cut them off. But don't use these little clampies.
No,
Put bolts through them, put carriage bolts through them, bend the heads over, whatever you gotta do, because,
we're not using the same brackets we have been. We migrated out of those a couple of years ago.
Okay.
We're actually screwing them and we're riveting them right to the post itself.
rivet,
Yep. And some have been bolts and they're still taking, they're just cutting them and running.
Portable saws are great.
They are,
I
they
know.
really are. I do have a question for you as a board. Our salt. So my anticipation next year that our salt is probably going up at least $10 a ton. That's my fear. We're at $93 and change right now. Most of the state bids were over $100 a ton this year here. We got a good deal. My question is I've had a conversation with Deb and the money's there. Would the board be okay with using reserve funds to put an estimated 300 ton in our shed at this cheaper rate? If we do, if I can get 300 ton in there, and it does go up $10 a ton, we're gonna save about $3,000. It goes up $15 a ton, we're gonna save $4,500 for this 300 ton. So,
What is the
You're-
risk
you're
of getting it
okay.
early?
there is no real risk. Cause we got it closed in, so we'll be able to conceal it, so it'll be, once we close our little curtain on it.
I just asked Deb,
Oh, yeah.
because she's, you
Yep.
gotta keep Deb happy.
Oh yeah, no, I already talked to Deb.
I know you
about
have,
it.
but-
Yeah.
She,
So,
And that would hopefully help with if there's another shortage as well.
I don't know if it's gonna help with shortage or
Well, I
not.
mean,
by the time,
But
the-
we
by
would-
the, by the time the shortage comes into effect, we're gonna be low on salt anyways.
We-
But-
Right, fair,
But if we
okay.
have a shed full,
To start.
we're better off than having an
Absolutely.
empty shed.
Is that the shed that's not quite fixed yet? Isn't there
We just had the
something
one louver we gotta do.
that- Okay.
Yeah,
It's missing one bed.
one
Okay.
louver vent, but, so I mean, it just, I personally think this is worth doing because we do have the money for it, and like I said, the salt's going up at least $10 a ton next year is my anticipation, so.
And it's in a reserve fund for a reason.
Correct, just for this year, and,
So your
and I might not be
your
able to
crystal ball is not broken, can I borrow it?
Yeah, go for it.
That's all
I
the
mean,
magic eight ball.
And I might not get the full 300 ton in there, but, you know, it comes out to an estimated $28,000.
So they must have salt available.
They've been screaming because the barges are there, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to not load it from the barge to the trucks to their shed, then to us. They're not giving us a break on it, but they're trying to, so everybody's.
We're gonna need it eventually.
Exactly.
Can I get a motion for that, please?
I'd make a motion to go ahead and purchase the salt in anticipation of next winter and use the reserve funds to do that.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Other than that, that's pretty much what I've got right now.
Trevor, the amendments for the meeting last Friday, have you, Lisa, gone over those and
No, I have
sent
not.
those out?
I haven't seen
Okay.
anything.
I just didn't go through them that one, so.
Okay, I was pretty sure I sent that.
okay.
I know I got
will resend
it.
those tomorrow morning.
No, I
So-
got it.
We have to make sure.
You did get it?
Yeah, I just didn't go over it, Beth.
Okay,
Can you send
no,
it to
that's
me?
okay. I just wanted to make sure that we had it. Thank you.
We have to make sure that when we talk about the Kendall Farm project, that we make sure that they realize they can't shut the road down for an extended period of time. You know, there'll have to be an hour here or there, whatever, but we're gonna have to make sure that we make them known for that, because the other two culverts, we're shutting the road down until they get them done. So, go ahead, Teresa.
So, am I to understand there's going to be an amended RFP? Is that?
Well, we had changes when we were out there, so
Yes.
I would assume that the last time we had an issue, it was suggested that we had an amendment so people can keep track. So that is what that's how I sent it in, because I took the minutes.
Well, I guess the follow-up question to that, that's what I was asking, is so does that mean we're gonna have another pre-bid meeting?
No?
No,
Okay, so it's just.
Because the
gonna
only
be-
people who can bid on it are the contractors who were there.
Even though that RFP was not accurate? I'm playing
No.
devil's advocate, Stuart,
No,
okay?
that is
Did you?
changes that were made at the pre-bid meeting, then it will be put in writing for them. because the only thing we really changed was the size of one culvert.
But all of those contractors did not have the same RFP.
How did we get more than one RFP?
Beth,
Was-
can
was
you
one a
back me up
draft?
on that?
Oh, yeah, no, we have
That's
two
what I'm
different, we have two different
The
RFPs.
contractors had two different RFPs, so I'm just
So we
clarifying.
will send them corrected ones and
Okay.
say, okay, this is what you're bidding on, because they still have, when is that due?
May 6th maybe?
Okay,
Which,
so
June
we'll
6th.
have to get those out to
I
them
think
and
it's
say,
June
okay.
6th.
And we should also put in there, because I don't know whether we told them that they can't shut down Kendall Farm for the duration of the day.
You do not know.
Right.
So the
So-
question is, could you make an amendment?
With that, we will have to do it in the amended RFP and say, okay, just for clarification, you've got to keep this road
Semi-passable.
semi-passable so that we, you know,
It was not in the amendments I sent, but it should be.
okay. All right, so,
Thank you for that.
okay, thank you. Yeah, so we'll try to get that out. And how many did we have? 3 contractors?
Four, there was four.
Chico, Hunter, Clark, and Sanderson.
Yes.
It's
And
four.
then it was just, the other one was just, Fitzpatrick's.
Right, you had
Fitzpatrick,
Taylor
yeah.
Bell, there's Fitzpatrick. Those were at the.
Chico only did Kendall Farm.
Correct. So those, because of who attended at certain things, I broke it down, attendance at each culvert, except for 28 and 25 on Winhall Hollow. That was one bid,
Correct.
so I
Okay.
put them together.
All right, so then the only other one would be, is Chico on the Kendall Farm one. Okay, and we've gotten sign off from Josh.
Correct, yeah, he did send it.
Gave his blessing, so,
Yeah.
okay. All right, that it?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, so we'll try to get that corrected so we can get those sent out to those guys. All right, short-term rentals revised draft ordinance. Christie,
Let's vote.
I assume that this is your bailiwick.
That is what I'm doing. I would love to hear from Kelly and Pelton, because I'm imagining
This
they're
is the
here to
new one?
offer some
Yes.
input.
Have you
I'm
seen this?
hoping
I
that
have, but not
that we can, or maybe
Come right
walk
up here,
away.
Kelly, you sit right in the
Yeah,
hot seat.
come on, you're in the hot seat.
Come on,
So I
now
obviously.
don't hold that against me.
I wa- went through a lot of this last time, and I know you were away and you called in,
Yes.
and I have tried to be as fair and take everything into account with this, and I think you did see the draft, the one, pages 1 through 13.
yes.
How do you feel about it?
I definitely think it is much more fair, than where we're currently at. I think it's reasonable. I know that Elton and I are not people who want to see party homes in the area. We understand that party homes can be a detriment both to the house itself, their owners, and the neighbors. But keeping things restricted to just that septic count, which is full-time occupancy, really did handicap so many people in the area that was more of a detriment than those party homes. We're losing so much more from an economic standpoint in the actual whole community by having those super tight restrictions. The only thing that I saw that I think might be necessary, only because, for lack of better words, a lot of people suck. I think it might be necessary to put in there that if you own a home in Winhall, it is your responsibility to know that these rules are in place. I didn't know, or I didn't get the email, should not be a way around following the rules. That was the only thing that I didn't see in there that I would love to see in there. I thought the fines were appropriate. I wasn't sure why you gave people 4 chances before you suspend their listing, but it's better than nothing. So all in all, I think it's a much better direction. I think it's much more fair to have that 50% on renewal fees, and I think it will satisfy most people.
And the +2.
It's
Yeah,
been,
the plus two,
it's
I
been
think,
a,
is
it's been a
most
moving
people.
target, because Marcel drafted these things, and it sounded great when
Right.
Marcel was selling them to us, but,
Then you gotta go through it.
but then we had to implement it, and when
Right.
we implemented, we found some problems, so
Yeah.
we can hopefully rectify some of that,
Right.
which,
So I think, I mean, I think to speak to the point that you made, I actually did ask the lawyer about that, because I also thought that that might, you know, that why don't we just say it? And it's understood in Vermont law that is, you don't have to say it. Like that is,
Okay,
it's, we don't have, it's assumed, was the word that the lawyer had said.
so does
So-
that even apply for the existing ordinance that's presently in
Yes.
place that I don't know
Yes,
doesn't
yeah, I don't know.
apply?
Yes,
So
trust me,
does that
I'm
mean that
going
we're
through.
able, you are able, fun for you, able to now retroactively go after all of these people who were not following the rules because as of the day of implementation, they should have just known?
Yes, I am
Fantastic.
trying very
well,
hard.
you've got one in court now, right?
They would be in court, they have actually come to the table on their own and asked Beth for some septic. I'm hoping.
So they're
but
trying to-
still-
they're trying to get-
They're trying, so, you know, in the end of the day though, they've still been accruing fines for a very long time. So we haven't gotten to the point where they've come to me with their stuff and we have that conversation, but it'll be, and I have a couple of others who are, yes. it's,
That
you know,
solves a big issue on the how do you know when they got notice or not? They
Right.
didn't need to get notice. It
Yeah.
was
It's
implemented, they were
assumed.
supposed to know
Yeah,
as a
they are
homeowner,
supposed
it's
to
your
know.
responsibility to know.
And I had this, we looked at the date and it was adopted on the 24th of December, or no, yeah, end of December 2024, and it was posted on the website in 2025. It wasn't open to enroll until August 1st, but it was available so people would know, and the people who chose to be ready and to do it, you know, they're the ones who unfortunately have been penalized, and that's the part that I really don't like.
Right.
Hence, going after the other people, you know, while trying to take into account, you know, these other pieces, the, you know, occupancy +2, you know, renewal fees coming down, you know.
It could not have been a fun year for you, so thank you.
So, anyway, with respect to, you know, outside of that, in terms of short-term rentals, you know, we have collected a fair amount of fine money, which is going into a reserve fund for legal fees. So, and we are Deckard, I've spent a lot of time on the phone with Deckard, and I have a
So are
link
you
to the.
online with them now?
I have a link to the platform, but there's some things that needed to be tweaked. And I went through it today though, again, the kind of, you know, you have to go through. The good news is I still am pulling some things out of GovOS, which is, it's more legacy data still. It's amazing what comes up in this process, but I'm good, I'm making progress, and
Is the new
Beth can
system gonna work
attest.
better?
The new system overall will definitely work better.
Okay.
And it will work better, especially because I believe that, you know, I'm hoping I'm gonna make, well, I can't, I have to recuse myself. I'm hoping you all make a motion to adopt this, so we can start our 60-day period.
Well,
and it'll
you are the STR administrator,
I am, but I'm,
okay,
it has to be, the board has to adopt it,
okay.
so I'm not
So you want a
sure.
different hat?
I gotta, yeah, I think you guys have to adopt it, and I have to sit there and say, I hope you adopt it. But it has, this is gonna be helpful, for sure.
So you think we're in better?
I think we're
Now,
in much
how
better
long do
shape.
we have to publish this?
It's got
Is
60
this
days.
considered a reading tonight?
Well, it's not technically, it's a public input session or public, yeah, public comment
Because
session,
I
it's
don't
the
know
second one, yeah.
but this is 60 days for it to take effect, is that
From
correct?
today, if we adopt
If
it,
you don't get an appeal.
if we don't get
Okay,
it.
okay.
And it does
I just-
have to be, Lissa knows, she had sent it to me, which I appreciate, but it has to be, you'll have to publish
get
it somewhere
published.
and,
Yep.
and then it has to be posted. And if somebody hasn't appealed it in 44 days, and I'm not sure what they need to do to appeal it, but anyway, if they
I
have
have to tell them how to appeal it
Okay,
in that
if they
notice.
have, yeah, and then 60 days it would be adopted.
Okay. So, has everybody had a chance to read it?
Yes.
Is
I
there-
would like to make.
I'm just gonna ask, 'cause it ain't public, just,
No,
I'm sorry, I apologize. Hold that thought, hold that
Come on!
I've been commenting all along, so I think it's great.
Thank you.
thought. Okay, so, I just wanna make sure, yeah. Julie, you're up.
I would like to make a motion to approve publishing and adoption of the revised short-term rental
I
ordinance.
second.
All right, motion was made and seconded. Now you be quiet now. You just sit there. Just be quiet now. You can't say anything. Is there any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Phew, did that go?
Now you can put your party hat on.
Yeah, right, then go on.
Okay, so hopefully we made some, because there have been some changes that were
Yeah,
hard to enforce, weren't they?
there,
Before?
I mean, it's, yeah, I mean, you know, Beth, because I
Okay.
sees a lot of, and some of the traffic would probably shock you. And
It
the
would.
amount of time it takes just to get one person on, you know, board.
How many are you up to now approximately?
I'm still at, I'm at 111, but I
Okay.
have about, you know, I probably have 15 to 20 that are
In the process?
in the process,
Okay.
but, you know, I'm
So,
chasing,
so
and
the,
then there are
the
more.
original figure was not correct,
Not
because they were talking 400,
No. and
which I
so
said,
that-
holy
yeah,
moly.
Right,
But there was some talk that
There was-
there were two agencies that were tracking, so they were both,
so if a listing came up on VRBO and Airbnb, they were counting it twice, but it was the same listing.
okay.
So,
So
It's
I
good.
was hoping, I said, Jesus, 400,
yeah,
that's hard to believe.
it's still a lot.
Are you raising
though.
your hand or no? Okay. At an auction, you sit on your hands, you don't wave to Joe over
Just
there.
sit next to me to learn how to call them.
Okay, all right, so, tax sale, 429, 1030. I think that's your
Yes,
bailiwick there.
that's me. So we started out with 5 properties and now we're down to 2. And so I'm telling people, well, anybody who wants information, it's listed on our website. Whenever anybody pays, we pull it from the website. Anybody interested in going to the tax sale, which is on the 29th at 10:30 here
Of April.
of April. They should always reach out to Kevin before, just to make sure what properties are listed. So
Okay,
we have 2 listed.
so you have weeded the list down tremendously.
Yeah,
Because, and at least you took care of the one, which we gotta talk about in a minute, that dated back to 14.
right.
So that's gonna just be a little bit easier to put the information in than to have all that.
Right, so we still have the 5 people from last year still on the delinquent tax because they have a year for the owners to redeem. And at the year point, so that's May 14th, then that's when they will,
Have any of them redeemed?
no, not yet.
Okay.
And
But they got another month
They have another
basically.
month.
From today,
Yeah,
from
we have-
yesterday.
Yeah, we have postings, there's a public posting that we have to do about that and stuff, and then it will transfer over, and then they will have a delinquent tax bill from me,
For the year,
For
this
the current-
year's
for the current year.
taxes. Yeah.
How many of those are there, Deb?
5.
5 of them. Wow.
Yeah, well, in one being what we purchased, and so once it gets transferred to us, is what Stuart was talking about.
Well, I was saying that after, because we took over one piece of property that had $29,000 worth of past due taxes on it. It's a half-acre lot. It was not gonna, nobody was gonna bid on it. Nobody did bid on it for that price.
Right.
So I pushed, and I hope it was right, I think it was, because after we loaned it for a year, then I propose that we have, after we have warned it, is we have an auction. And just, because we can't give it to a real estate agent,
Right,
because we got, what, 8 or 10 in town.
where's the property?
Winhall Woods, just before Snow Valley, there's a paved road up to the left.
Okay.
That, what, 5 or 6 houses up here, Beth?
There's 4, plus the one that burned down in the lightning storm, and that one, the one
Okay.
that we bought has a shared well with
So
the neighbor.
I'm proposing that we just do an auction.
Right.
And we advertise it, we have an on-site auction, and if you're interested in it, be here
Yep.
and do it. We
Yep.
can't make any money at it, but we're gonna have 29,000 technically in it, but it didn't cost us anything, cause we weren't getting anything out of it. So,
Right.
and then we'll have some advertising costs that we can, so, I think it'll sell. I don't see any reason for it not to sell. Teresa?
I just wanted to point out to all of you, in case you weren't aware, because sometimes Kevin doesn't do due diligence before his tax sales. One of the properties that still is available for tax sale has a permit that has expired, building permit that has expired. So the permit is still posted on the land, so if somebody like myself went by and looked at it, you know, I didn't know until I came to the town clerk's office, but I just want you to know that the permit is up, so somebody may think that it has a valid permit, it's not valid.
It was dated in '24, wasn't it, Teresa?
It's 2 years, or maybe.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago,
Yeah, 2
so-
years old, yeah.
So the zoning
Yeah.
permits are only valid for 1 year.
Right, so I just wanted to make sure
where are the
Kevin.
properties that we have?
Chickadee Lane and.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one
That's the one that has a permit that is posted, but it is not valid at this time.
correct.
Okay,
Okay,
and where's the other one?
it's on Route 30, it's,
Lightfoot Cemetery Road.
Lightfoot Cemetery.
It's
Okay.
Lightfoot Cemetery LLC, nothing to do with
Correct,
my cemetery.
okay.
so Kevin did ask that if, any of the properties had no bids, if the town was willing to purchase.
I would say no, in my experience. I don't think either one of these we want. I think that someone will bid on them,
Right,
I believe.
I would think so.
yes.
I would be highly surprised if people didn't bid on these two.
I would be, the only one I'd be surprised that somebody might not is Chickadee, because it's a wedge-shaped thing, isn't it? Isn't it a weirdo?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex?
I think the only reason that we ended up picking up, or being willing to pick up those properties was because they've done a tax sale 3
Right.
He wasn't
I
gonna
was a big push behind that. I had to fight Bill, he was dead set against it. He said, nope, we don't wanna own it. And I said, it's just gonna sit there, it's just gonna keep going higher and higher and higher. I think we can move out from dead center, and it isn't really costing us any amount of money. There's no point in it just sitting there and not doing anything. Might as well get it back into the roll. I think, you said you had some people interested in it.
Yep.
With Express. I think it'll sell.
Yeah, I don't
And
think it's gonna be an
Stuart
issue.
remembered that Kevin wouldn't do it anymore with those properties. Like, he
Correct.
would- so we had no choice.
And as far as I'm concerned, we're not gonna hire him to do this part.
The auction.
Right,
Right.
but he's, all right, so I will tell him that we're not planning on it, but I've had a lot of interest. And like I said, I told people to check right up till, because the person has right up until the start of the tax sale to do that.
Okay? So are you just informing us, or do you need something from us?
Yep,
Okay, this is just to keep us informed. Thank you for
yep,
your diligence in keeping us up to date.
thank you. And I will leave this, we had an off-week pay order that I sent to everybody, and so I brought all of the invoices and places for it to sign, and this is tonight's. And I have the financials, so I just brought the summary page, and I'll email the detail if someone would prefer that I
So-
print it, that I can do that.
Since you're in the hot seat there still, the reappraisal, you're concerned because it appears that we're gonna be pushing the deadline to be able to send the bills out.
Yes, so we always print them at the end of July and usually send them.
And we're not gonna be
first
ready
of
for that,
August.
are we?
And it's sounding, because it has to go through a process, and that anybody who goes to the BCA, and so.
So the
it's-
first one is they meet with the auditors,
No,
or,
with
well,
NIMRIC.
what,
It's for a they're gonna have
So
a
aren't they the-
pre-grievance.
what do we call them? They
The
aren't the-
appraisers,
Appraisers, okay.
yes.
So they're gonna meet with the appraisers and say, I have 4 bedrooms, I don't have 5, I have 3 bathrooms, I don't have 4,
Correct.
etc. And they try to negotiate it down from there or correct the information. Then they can still appeal, they can still grieve it,
There'll be the real grievance that we normally would
which we
have
have to
every
do
year.
at BCA.
So they will go to Doug, well, it'll actually be NIMRIC presenting and representing their work. After that concludes,
there's a 2-week window where they can notify the BCA for tax appeal. And then once
isn't that what I'm calling, is that what I'm calling grievance?
no, the grievance is with the listers, and the listers try to satisfy.
Okay, so that's done before the BCA gets involved.
Correct, so then there's a 2-week window where they can mail stuff to me. Once it's there, and we notify that we're having grievance, and we start the process, we have to continue on, there's no slouching, like
We
we
can't
gotta
put
make
it
it.
off for a week or two.
No, we're
We have
gonna,
to
we're gonna
jump
be
right on.
meeting a couple of times a week, nights, weekends, whatever it takes, depending on how many we get, because otherwise, we're gonna put Debbie behind the ball, because there's another 2-week window once we get done,
Right.
before she can actually print to know that they're not going any further up the ladder.
No, there's a date set for one of these things, right? Cause I remember.
For the pre-grievance at the town garage.
Which was what? Just,
I don't know off the top of my head.
okay, I just remember that.
Do you know, Al?
So the pre-grievance hearings, those 3 days, they're just to satisfy little things or like answer a question.
It's just Nemrick, it's only, the
Yeah.
Doug said it's
Yeah.
only Nemrick, it has nothing to do with the listers at all.
Yep, exactly.
But
So
is
it's
that
just-
happening at the town
Garage.
garage? Okay, I just, that's
They
the
were
reason
gonna
I
have
know
like
about
4
it.
or 5 of them, so A through B, A through D,
Right.
E through whatever, so
Right.
that they go to them
Okay.
and contest their information
Right.
that they provided.
Yep, I just thought there was a date set or, right, is there?
But that's not
That one-
BCA.
No,
No.
that's done by Nemrick. You don't have to get involved.
Sorry, I'm just trying
There-
to.
No,
process.
it's very complicated.
There is a date for that. I can get those dates from Doug tomorrow and then email them out.
They're, 5 of them, there's gonna be one person that greets them, determine what their need is as far as what they're there to complain about. Was it the assessment, or was it the view, or was it not the right category, whatever, and then they're gonna be assigned to a specific person that
Okay.
deals just with
Well,
that. Just so you know,
I thought I understood that they were gonna have
this was
several
from Doug.
several
Directly,
different
so.
tables there and
Right.
have.
Yes, but
Yeah.
the 4 people, they're all gonna have their specialty, what
Okay.
they deal with,
Okay.
for whatever your.
So I have
issue is.
3 bathrooms, but you're saying I
Right,
have 4, you'll
right,
go to this
right,
person,
right,
okay, got
exactly.
it, alright.
Yeah.
And with Beth, you're gonna have to post, she has a time, she has to post it for a certain number of days before she can even have the meeting, so like all of that stuff
And
has
it all
gotta
has to
work.
go certified mail, like everything's gotta be certified. And once we set up a schedule, we have to stick with it, because every appeal, it has its,
Another
with the
timeline.
BCA, it has the initial meeting, the first meeting where they give us all their evidence, cause you can't come in knowing anything. Then we go out for a site visit. Then we come back, we hear the site visit from the group, we make a decision, and then the mailing goes out. Last time we had 26. It was a challenge, but we
And
got through it.
when are we getting when will people know what their houses are at?
Very soon you'll be getting an entire book from
That shows
Doug, or
everybody's.
from Nemrick, that's gonna have every single house and piece of property in it.
Okay, I just,
And it's the proposed evaluation.
just feel like we've heard pretty soon for a long
think
time.
Pretty
that-
soon.
I
Do we
think
have a
Doug,
date of
Doug
Friday?
said something about May
I don't.
18th is the print date, something along those
Okay,
lines.
alright, just,
Yeah, I don't know.
I just,
Which date?
Like May 18th, something like that is what he told me the other day.
Okay. So then you'll know what they have appraised your property at.
right,
And your neighbor, so it looks like Caroline's getting a deal, you'll be able to look at her house and.
Okay,
Yeah, so, so that will push our print date back, and so obviously,
so we
Longer work.
can't use reserve money? Is that what you're told? Well, we can't use money that's in reserve
right,
for it to tide us over in a shortage, so you're gonna have to borrow money potentially.
no, I'm not gonna have to borrow money because we're gonna be good in
We're
the
gonna
state
get it done.
budget.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
What?
I know, I was waiting for that firm
the
voice,
confidence, where's the confidence?
no more
Okay,
spending.
well, whatever, we'll do
Yeah.
what we gotta do.
Yeah,
If we
right.
have to,
So-
because we always have to take care of payroll and
Right.
insurances and that.
Obviously, yeah, so, yeah, cause we're supposed to be at 75, we're at 82, so we're running a little over already, and just realizing that we have a longer time period before those funds start
Before
coming
they start
in.
coming in, yeah.
So,
Okay.
so I'll hand these out, and, I'll email you guys the detail.
Perfect.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks, Deb.
Excuse one of those
Yep.
so I can Beth,
Yes.
how many of us make a quorum of the BCA?
I'd have to do a count, but it's less now because you've got a justice of the peace here. You've got me off from the list as normally I would vote, but now being select board and town clerk, I only get one vote. So we've shrunk our board.
Okay. So I'm just asking,
Probably
like,
five.
if we need to rotate, like,
Probably
if
five.
somebody needs one off, like, whatever, because
Right, it's gonna.
there's gonna be a lot of them, so.
Well, I hope
Potentially.
not.
Well,
I'm just-
hopefully we can do more than one meeting,
I'm
well, more than one.
Per,
Yes, I'm
Right.
thinking like 4 or 5 a night of like the initial meeting.
okay,
However many we think, we give them a half an hour or 20 minutes or whatever we agree upon. That's enough time for them, for Nimerick to speak and for the homeowner to speak. Because that first meeting is the only time they get to
Now,
share
in
everything.
most cases, correct me if I'm wrong, in most cases, if they come in with a valid reappraisal from an independent appraiser,
I don't, Doug questioned that when I questioned him because Nimerick.
That's gonna happen.
It is gonna happen. I mean, I had one on Saturday, just because I want to know where I'm at myself. But he felt that Nimerick was a gold standard appraiser, and it would be very difficult to go against them with another appraisal.
but in history,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
a independent
Yes.
appraiser came in that is certified, blah, 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 and it's not, says, oh, it's worth $5,000, and they say it's worth $500,000, then normally, it appeared to me that we normally accepted that reappraisal.
Yes.
Some people, I know one big instance in Jamaica, they had a town appraisal, and they contested it. They had a private appraisal, they went to the state level, and they lost out big time. I mean, because it came in twice of what the regular appraisal was.
Yeah.
They were trying to say it was
Well,
what it wasn't, and the state said, no.
well, that's a chance you take when you come to the BCA, because we can lower it, we can keep it to the same, or we can raise it. So you're taking a chance when you come to the board. I mean, I think our board overall these years has been extremely fair. When we go out to the house, it's mandatory that the person allow us to look at any part of the land, building, whatever that we want to. If they deny us in one room, it's over, they've lost. So I try to make that very plain to the homeowner before we even come out, like, be prepared.
We're not looking at housekeeping, we're
No.
looking at structure, what you have,
Yeah.
I mean, we went to one, I remember, and they, well, look, there's daylight showing there up by the chimney. Yeah, well, you put the insulation back in and we leave,
When we leave,
that
yeah.
doesn't count,
Yeah, no.
you know, I mean, so yeah, it just is, okay. It's gonna be a challenge, but we gotta do it.
We're gonna try to get it done extremely
so
timely.
As soon as
Yeah,
it's
just
ready, it's
Before you
going
leave,
out.
she's got another question for you.
Just one quick one. When you send out the pay orders, the off-week pay orders, would you prefer all of us chime in, or if somebody chimes in and is taking care of it for you, you're okay? I just wanna make sure we're
Yeah.
not ignoring you if
Nope,
that's what.
By
I don't
our vote,
respond.
with any one person can
Okay.
sign it.
Just, I wanna
to
make
get
sure
it
that that's
through.
okay
Is my
with you.
understanding from what I, is that correct? Melissa, didn't we vote that
Yes, you
any
voted.
one person can sign it
Okay,
and then it can move on?
okay. I
And
just
so-
wanna make sure that we're doing what you would like us to do, and
Yeah,
I'm
so-
sure I
Other
might
than
have even
spend-
asked this
other than
question
spend money.
already.
Yeah, as long as someone responds.
Other
Okay,
than spend
fair.
money.
Alright,
Yeah, and so all of it's here.
yep,
So
perfect.
even though Beth signed it, I need the rest of you to
Yep.
sign it and just date it, and then all of the backups right there.
Okay,
And today's date is okay? Yep. Okay, awesome.
thank you, Deb.
Great, thanks.
Appreciate it. Thanks
Thanks.
for
Have a good night.
thanks for your efforts.
Good job, Jen.
All right.
Excuse me, can I, do we need, I think we need to sign a copy of the ordinance to adopt it and attach it to the minutes and having them.
Well, everybody's name's in there typed, and then the date that you adopted it here,
Mm-hmm.
and then in 60 days when it becomes
That's when
official,
Then we have to sign it.
then you would
officially.
sign it.
But I think it goes with the minutes for tonight's meeting as being.
I can
If you can double check that.
I can just send it right to Caroline now
Perfect.
with the.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. I
Okay.
just wanna make sure that we're doing the
That
by
you're
the
doing it
book, and
correctly.
for some
Good-
reason I
good
feel
call.
like that was, one of the
All right.
things
One of
that
the
the
things
LC.
was-
Homestead beautification
Yeah.
contract, is that
Yes.
you, Missy?
It is, and I apologize, I got it yesterday and I forgot to forward it on to everybody. I have forwarded it on. There are 2 bids, so the first one is to take the town signs at Rawsonville and Manchester, clean those out and put in perennials, so we don't have to do or pay for all the maintenance on the side of the road. And so the first one, the Rawsonville sign, and they're gonna clean it all up, and put in topsoil mulch. The first one is $842, the Rawsonville and the Manchester, and that includes putting the
So
perennials.
this bid is from one person?
Yes.
These 2 you're reading here?
Yes.
Okay.
So they've been doing the flowers, so, and then the other one is the Manchester sign bid, and this is $717, and this is one time, because it's perennials. And then there is $576 for the, summer maintenance and fall cleanup. So we will incur those 2 expenses once, and then the other one will be annual, just for
So we only had
maintenance.
one bid from?
Well, they've
what-
just always done it for us, we haven't put it out.
Okay, well, this is contract renewal.
Yes.
So at least we know what we are
So-
going to vote on.
Right, and the contractor, we had asked for this to switch it to perennials, for those 2. And then the next one, like I said, I'm so sorry that I didn't get this out for you, is for the seasonal maintenance for the flowers, and that also includes perennial maintenance at the town hall and mowing at the signage.
Is that on the bridge too?
Yeah, the flowers on the bridge, the watering, the flowers at town hall. So yes.
So we're gonna, and here it says requested to delete firehouse and community center.
Yes, somebody wanted that done because they were non-profits.
I'm sorry, the community center and what, the firehouse? Well, the
Yes.
firehouse is really one of our buildings.
Yeah, but the problem is we.
So is the
So-
community center.
So shouldn't we,
The problem is that at the firehouse with the bank and taper down and all this,
Mhm.
last
Doesn't
year
work.
someone came in and did some volunteer work there.
right,
You
And
don't see much there.
no.
Alex,
But the firehouse, I mean, it's not like you guys have a bunch of townspeople coming over there and hanging out, especially if you didn't have a fire, they'd probably be parking in the, not that I couldn't go over there and park, but there's not a lot of
you can
people.
come over and park for a fire too. We
Yeah.
can arrange that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
With young fellas that don't have to carry 2 tanks of air with them to get upstairs will make a big difference.
Well, we can talk about that later.
Huh?
Bad knees.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll have to
and-
carry me and my niece, but, and at the firehouse, you're gonna be potentially tearing all that out anyway,
Yeah.
so I think.
So,
it
but
makes
what do we
sense.
think about the community center?
I mean,
Because it's still our building.
they're just those little planters and they plant them. So the library handles theirs. I
Okay.
think that was the thought, like the library's handling theirs, so if the firehouse wants them.
No,
or the-
I don't think we need any at the firehouse.
Nothing ever grows on that bank, and
Yeah.
right on that mulchy
Goes to the
area.
firehouse other than firewomen, and I don't care.
Yeah, so that's why that was in there, and we can have that taken out.
So do you think that the community center is
I think that's,
prepared to do that?
yeah, they've been doing it.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine. I'm not contesting, I'm just
Yeah,
making
no, I
sure
totally-
that we do it right the first time and not
Yes.
say, oh, well, wait a minute, we wanna do this. So,
No, this is the way it's been, this'll be the 3rd or 4th year that it'll
Okay.
be like this.
so
So Julie, when would they bring the, I'm not seeing it here on my phone, when would they bring
Did
the? Yeah, well, I'm seeing it, but it's so small and I'm having to scroll. Did they say when they were actually gonna bring the hanging baskets and do the buckets?
So the official last frost date for this area
Yeah.
is June 15th.
Okay.
Oh my.
So it has been getting earlier, but the USDA hasn't changed the frost
Yeah.
This is a
map.
whole different level.
But they usually, like, if we sign it, we'll be one of the first people to sign it, so we'll get in there early.
Okay, okay.
I just wanna say, there's really no rush with the siding that's going on, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just, I mean, I know we want it to look pretty, but
Well, yeah, no,
it's just another thing for them to have to
Alright.
navigate around.
no,
So-
I'm pretty sure there's nothing left in the flower beds at this point, like those hostas.
And that may
Anything
be
that lives
something
through
we
that
have to
is really
handle.
hard.
Yes,
Okay, so do we have a motion
I would make a motion that we approve this. They've always done a great
for how
job.
much?
Well, they're two separate proposals, so do we need to do each one? The first one, I haven't added it.
Right here, on the bottom.
Oh, $2,135, $2,135 for the perennials and the sign beds and the maintenance. And then the second one is for $10,486,
So
which
that's
would,
taking care of mowing around the signs
yes,
and watering them
yes.
and watering the ones at the bridge and here at the town office.
so,
Yes.
Oh, the cemetery wall?
so the only thing I don't see on
That's
here,
it,
I see
that's
the
it.
mowing for Rawsonville and the mowing
That's a
for
bit.
Manchester. We had talked about
Cemetery
them
wall.
mowing
Oh.
down the Peru sign, not planting anything there, but just weed whacking around that. And then we had
I'm
talked about moving the Stratton one when that needed to be replaced, but I haven't looked at it, but I think that one's still in fairly
All right.
decent shape.
Now, does this include the pots?
Yes.
Yes,
No?
I'm sorry, it does include it. You just didn't say it.
I was asking about the ones on the cemetery bank, on the stone wall.
Baskets.
But she found it, I didn't.
Yes.
Okay, so you made that a motion.
Yes.
Did anyone second it?
I'll second it.
Oh, perfect, Stacy.
seconded? I did.
Stacy.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, Public Safety Facility Committee update. I'll give a brief. After the engineer met with us a couple weeks ago, they came in with a $10 million to do the job. And I said, I can't, in my heart or my brain, to try to justify that kind of money. So we have asked the architect to scale back, give us some changes to do what we need down there without moving the police department down there, and possibly to look at this building and see what we'd have to add here to give the police more room here to keep them in this facility. Because I can't get up in front of town meeting and say, we want $10 million for this. It isn't realistic.
Do we have enough land here to push back
We have land to go that way.
that way so they could extend?
We've walked it and looked at it. I believe that there's potential. Obviously, we have to wait and see what the architect comes up with. We have asked him for a revision of the scope of work to see what he would do under our present contract, or whether we have to re-up to redo some here. He has some information for here, but we have not made any decisions. But what they proposed over there was just mind-blowing. So the committee agreed, and Andrea drafted a letter and sent to him, and he said, I understand. He said you were kind of shell-shocked, and he is going to get back to us probably in the next week or so.
So does the select board need to approve any further work?
We don't know yet.
You don't know?
We're
Okay.
waiting for him to get back to us and say where he stands and what he would require to change the scope of work over here to possibly make a recommendation to do something over here with this facility to make the police department have the better space that they need. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to add, he did say that right now he has enough money to continue, but to add this additional component of seeing what we can do here is what may not have enough funds still in the original contract, so that's the part.
Yeah,
So he's
so
gonna
we're,
keep moving forward, and then if there's gonna be an additional addendum that needs to go to that contract for this
He'll have
piece,
to come
he's
back.
gonna come back to you.
but
Do you have
that's,
another meeting date, Stuart? set?
I don't think so, because I think we're waiting for his feedback. So that's about all I got for that, okay? All right, next townwide reappraisal, my God, we haven't
We
got to
just
this
talked
one.
about that.
Before I forget, I know, can you please put, Andrea had asked in her email, I was thinking it might come up with public facility, but to be on the next meeting
Yes.
agenda
Yeah.
on the 6th, under old business.
What would that?
It was
mean?
Andrea, it's her, what's that?
Permitting.
Permitting, okay.
Permitting. Thank you, sorry to interrupt, Stuart.
All right, so next townwide reappraisal, Doug wants us to sign a contract for the next one?
Yeah, he's looking at, I forget what year he said in there.
Did you tell him he's gotta be here?
I did kind of tell him that, yeah.
Because he can't step out.
So he'd like us to move forward. I will get that all pulled together for the May 6th meeting.
It was in 6 years, wasn't
I
it?
think it was,
Yeah.
yes, he
So,
expected
yeah,
it very quickly.
That the state is
Yeah.
mandating it every 6 years.
Okay, request to cross Kendall Farm property at multi-sport event in June.
So that, the guy sent back an email. What they're gonna do now, they're gonna come down the IP road, come across the Winhall River at the bridge, go out the Kendall Farm, onto Route 30, and literally go on Route 30 and 11 and 30 to
We
the
just asked for a little bit of
Appalachian Trail.
information. We
Yeah,
didn't-
I don't
we
know
didn't
why
say
they,
no.
no, I don't know why they switched, I don't know if there was other reasons. Derek didn't seem to think that posed a problem.
Okay,
So
So-
it is out of our purview.
Yeah.
I would
it
say right
appears
now, unless they come back with something else, Julie, but,
okay, Act
So it
181.
can go away. Great.
So you've got a meeting next Tuesday night at 6 o'clock.
yeah,
I'm
so,
sorry, Alex, I'll be just, your mother's talking.
so Andrea, Amadon and I, with some help from some other people, have worked very hard to pull the meeting together. It's at the Mountain School on the 21st at 6 p.m. We have the LURB board coming. There's an agenda, I believe everybody should have gotten it, it's posted everywhere. They're gonna be coming for question answers. We did invite the representatives. They're not able to make it as Tuesday's a Montpelier day for them, but the three of them do plan on zooming in. We've also followed it up with, we've ordered some posters, maps of different towns, because we plan on having more than just Winhall people there, so it's important for them to have a map themselves, so they can fully understand. Paul and Andrea have worked together to do some overlay maps that the state said they couldn't do and didn't
Yeah.
have. So, we're gonna have those. I will be running the meeting. Andrea will be doing the technical stuff, the Zoom and everything else we need, as this is not a town meeting. It's a grassroots movement by Save Rural Vermont.
And also the print, the flyer that you made, it
Yes.
prints really easily. I posted on the bulletin board at work, so if anybody has a bulletin board, I think a lot of people are talking about this, so if they see
Yes.
Act 180, yes.
Yep, okay.
So if they see Act 181, they're gonna,
We have road signs coming. There was a gentleman, a homeowner in town that donated money to buy road signs with our logo on it, with our email, so people know how to get in touch with us. So those should be arriving tomorrow, so anybody that wants to put one up on their property, just reach out to me. We only got 25, so it's pretty limited. We do 2 for the bottom of the Mountain School Drive. They're actually gonna have dates on them, but they'll be dates that we can pull off from the signs.
For future
So we're
use.
not wasting the signs, we'll just
Okay.
make up new dates as we move along. We've written up a letter, I'm hoping the select board will sign it tonight. It's addressed to Phil Scott, it's also going to Lieutenant Rogers, the LERB board, your representatives, so they know where we stand in Winhall.
Alex, you had some,
Yeah, I just, this was,
Oh, yeah.
I tried to catch it before you moved on to the 181,
I'm sorry.
but the people that are gonna be coming down the IT road, did you get, a key from the Forest Service in case there's an incident? Okay, so we might wanna just,
Because last time I went down there, they said, well, that key should work. And then they said, so they gave me a new lock and a new key, and they said, when you get the old lock off, bring it back to us. And I said, how can I get it off, the key doesn't work? So I gotta go up and try that, good point. I've got the other one in my truck.
well, so we can go up there and I can get, yeah.
Oh, thank you. We'll
We
get
can deal
together
with it.
on that.
So,
Because we should have access to it for fire control anyways, because,
Emergency.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
because one of these people could very well
Yeah.
hurt themselves,
We'll-
and then how are you gonna get there?
We'll talk about that. Thank you for bringing that up.
Okay.
I did want to give Christy credit for writing this letter, as she did take it upon herself to do this, and it's very well written, and I
Yeah, it was a
appreciate
good
that.
letter.
Yeah, I'm
There
sorry
was
I
some
didn't.
input that came from others, but I.
That's
Yes.
fine. Okay, so let's, why don't we, can I get a motion to send this to Governor Scott and the rest of these people on the board?
I make a motion to approve the letter to Governor Scott relating to Act 181 from the Select Board of Winhall.
I second.
Motion made and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. So do you want us to sign this?
Yes, both of them, please, because we'll keep one original, and then,
Who seconded? Sorry. Thank you.
and then I'm sending all these certified mail, so
Yeah.
we know they got
So
there.
they can't say they didn't get them.
And we will also email them, we're gonna double.
Yeah. Over,
I think I saw something with Chris Morrow, was that tonight though? He was doing,
he's doing some at the New American Grill
Yeah, it
on
was
Sunday.
Sunday.
oh.
No, it's this Sunday.
Oh, it's this
Oh,
Sunday?
okay, I was like,
Oh,
I swear I just saw it
Yeah.
today, but.
Yeah, it's this Sunday.
I thought it was last Sunday when you asked me, Teresa.
No,
No, it's okay.
coming Sunday.
I just wondered if, who wants to use this? Other towns, when they've done this type of letter, they've put it also on Facebook. Everybody's doing that as well. I mean, I just think other people might be interested to know that Winhall's where this.
I think we should, I think it should be on our homepage of our website. I intend on sharing it to the Act 181 group, and then I've been sharing all this on my personal page, because we really need to get the word out, because
whole-
every single
I mean, the whole
property in the
letter.
state of Vermont, we're all in danger
Right.
of losing our rights, but they're gonna keep raising our taxes. They want us to keep paying and paying and paying,
it's
but they're
the letter.
stripping all of our rights away from us, so basically we're just working for the state.
So the letter is what I was just talking
Yes.
about only, okay.
Yep.
Would you like me to, can I post it on the facilities one? The
Absolutely.
Facilities Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
It's public knowledge. Okay. I guess that's all we got to talk about 181.
Yes.
Okay, so what about RFP for Middletown Cemetery stone wall repair?
So I went out and took photos of the stone wall. It's a 3-sided stone wall. The trees are what's pushed the,
Sides?
yeah, and then it just plateaus out towards the back.
Side. It's a triangle?
Yeah, well, kind of. So the trees that have grown up in the stone wall over time is what's pushed the stones out.
So does it need tree work first?
Yeah, so I've started an RFP, I've shared it with Scott. He's gonna go out and measure those 3 stone walls so we know. Then we need to figure out what kind of base to put in so it doesn't fall down again, because it is kind of sitting on that hill. And I have the GPS coordinates of
Okay,
exactly
so
where
we're
it
not
is.
ready for that tonight?
We are not ready.
Okay, so that will be on next meetings.
Stacy, did you want to scan this? Is that how you
Do
wanna
we
it?
want, do
I
we
think I can
have
take it from here.
executive session matters to go
With
into
the
tonight?
signatures?
Or do we want to do the rest of the stuff
You're
first?
right.
Let's do the rest first, but can I go under new business with that town computer that we've talked about a few times? The PC here is really not working well. I think Caroline could probably speak to that. So It would be great.
For the owl thing.
For the owl
Okay.
and the Zoom, and there's some program that would be helpful for the public facility to be able to run, and they can't do it. And ENA will send, after Caroline spoke with them and spoke with Andrea, and they sent a price of $1,650 for a laptop that would live here. But it would be used, it could do all the things that it needs to do, so.
Well, because if we do
It doesn't-
a rebuild, it could, well, the problem is that if it was with whoever's in charge of the project, it wouldn't be available here.
Well, I think for right now, something needs to be here, because then it can do the
Because we
zone,
have the
it was-
zoning
yeah,
board
we have
and
the
all that
zoning
stuff.
board, we have, I guess there are programs that Andrea has where things come up that could open up here when it's, when they're using the video stuff, there's a program.
So
that
this is
would
a
be able to-
laptop?
It's a laptop, yeah,
Okay.
and it would stay here, it's, yes, it would stay
Okay.
here, so.
And it could be
hopefully-
repurposed if it needed to
It
be in the
can
future.
totally be repurposed, and I
Yeah.
think it has value going forward, so I would make a motion that we go ahead and purchase the computer for the town, the laptop for the town, for $1,650.
Okay, motion made and seconded, any other discussion?
No.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
You have that
The
quote
quote.
from
So-
me and
You want me to sign it and send it
yes,
back?
please.
Yep.
Thank you.
You want to do this proclamation now,
Ooh,
under new business that we added at the top?
What was it?
It's the 57th Annual Professional Municipal
hadn't heard
Clerks
about
Week. Yeah, that's what I.
no, you said letter to the governor,
Yeah, and I have
and
this too.
then, you didn't tell me that.
Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead, go for it.
Sorry, so you guys normally sign this every year for Al and I. It's the 57th Annual Professional Municipal Clerks Week. It's May 3rd through the 9th. And it's just recognizing us as your town clerks. Through the
I wanna see
international,
what
yeah, you can pull it out. Through the IIMC, which is the International Board.
Oh, boy, you got my name on it and you even spelled it right.
I know.
And as a thank you, we're gonna take a vacation the next week.
Yes, we are. So we're actually closed, in case anybody's missed that, we are closed May 10th through the 21st for a conference in Reno. I will be available by email or phone call.
Okay, so do we need to accept this, or,
We
Or-
usually make a motion, right, to do the proclamation. Yeah, I'll make
we
a.
don't need to read it, do we?
No, it's very lengthy,
Okay.
unless you feel you need
So-
to.
So we proclaim this Professional Municipal Clerks Week, and you made the motion to accept it or
I
to
did.
proclaim it? Who's gonna second that?
I'll second it.
Okay, Christie's gonna second it. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You've
I
been-
did
you've been proclaimed.
recuse myself, Caroline, just because. Will you sign this?
Those come
Oh,
through, okay?
jeez.
That's why your name was on there.
Okay, no worries, I just wanna make sure they,
Look, okay.
scanning
This
thing is
in
weird
here
for me
to
sometimes,
protect it.
for me, not for me.
So do you need to talk about your trip? You said trip for town clerk.
Yeah, Al and I are attending the IIMC International Conference in Reno.
Okay?
When
So
is that?
It is
5
the,
to 5, 9.
yes, thank you. It's really 5 days, we're taking a 5-day vacation, which
that's-
you're not paying
that's
for.
the clerk's week.
Okay, so do we need to vote on that? I mean,
No.
you're just notifying you're not gonna be here.
Yep, and I've spread the word with all of my
So you got
researchers, so
free
they're
vote?
fully aware it's been up for
Okay.
a long time.
Okay, all right,
We can make that work.
all right. Access permits?
Yes, I have 2 access permits. The first one is a final sign off for Rory Donald. He is at 9 Little Brook Road, and Trevor signed off on this today, so I'd make a motion to approve
I
this one.
second.
Motion made and approved for 9 Little Brook Road, you said?
Yes.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the second one is for Elizabeth Grant and Alexander Bilka for 29 Mountain View Road Extension. This is
It's gonna
a,
need culvert, it's gonna need road.
this
it's
is gonna be
plenty.
a new access I have attached a map. I will be recusing myself on this one, but if anybody wants to see the 911 map and the proposed location of a single
Does it need
family
a
house.
culvert?
No,
Doesn't
it's
need a
nothing, no.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve 29 Mountain View Road
Extension,
extension.
an extension.
I'll second.
All right, motion made and seconded to approve. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you. Okay, so then I have,
So this is preliminary.
Yep, up here. Yep, you're just giving me right to proceed. Oh, Christie, you signed on the lower line. But if you wanted to sign off on the whole darn thing and be done with it tonight, I'm okay with that.
You take these back.
Yes.
Lawrence
So
up
those,
there right now.
huh?
Get Lawrence up there right now.
Access, so that's all the access permits? All right,
Yes.
liquor license?
I have 2 liquor
Okay.
licenses.
We have to,
I'd like to make a motion to recess.
just giving you time.
Oh, thank you.
I'm
I
just
was
helping you. You
like,
can't see the clock.
I was like, they're very cute.
I was trying to show you the time. Jeez, I'm crow.
At 7:40, recess the select board meeting and open the liquor board.
Okay, motion was made
Second.
and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, liquor board is now open.
Okay, so I have, this is for Miss Strauss, and this is presented by Dana and Cheryl Markey, the owners. I have a 3rd-class restaurant bar license and a 1st-class restaurant bar license.
Okay,
And I make a motion that we approve these. They've never had any issues with their license, and they did mail in a check and they're paid.
okay.
And second that.
Motion made and seconded. Any
Miss Strauss.
comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Great. That's all I have for
Can I
that.
get a motion?
But wait, I thought you said we had 2.
They were.
There was 2.
One was the third
Okay,
class.
first and
Yeah.
I would make a motion that we close the liquor board at 7:41 and reopen the select board.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. I was just trying to help you.
You were, but I
Oh,
was
that's
so just,
pretty. It's a nice picture.
they're so cute.
They're much bigger now. The oldest one's driving now.
Oh,
Oh, God.
you need to update.
Who seconded that?
Thank you.
Okay. All right, do we have minutes?
We have minutes from the special.
I guess I
bid.
got them right here.
Yeah, and we have the bid minutes.
All right, let's do this one first. So this one is minutes for April 1st. Has everyone had a chance to review these?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a problem with them?
No.
No.
Can I get a motion?
Make a motion to accept the minutes from April 1st.
A second.
Motion was made and seconded. Is there any discussion on the April 1st minutes? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We have bills.
So we've also got the special meeting minutes.
Yeah, these are the special minute.
Yes, and
Okay.
only you, Christie, and myself can sign them because we were the only ones present.
Okay. All right, so this is special minutes for the pre-bid meetings for the paving in front of from the bridge at Lower Taylor Hill to Route 30, and a secondary bid for the library parking lot, and then for 2 culverts on Winhall Holler Road, number 28 and 25, and Kendall Farm Culvert number 9. Have you guys seen them?
I've seen the minutes.
But
I wasn't there, but
Right,
they're
right.
minutes.
We saw you.
you walked by with your dog and you didn't even say hi.
I didn't even,
We were all sitting at the picnic table.
I said,
And you
"Look at
went
her go,
wandering
she's going
by,
fast."
and we just looked. I said, she wants nothing to do with us.
have you ever walked 4 dogs?
I, on the other hand, have been flying by them, driving,
Okay.
so.
So, you've seen these are the minutes for those meetings. We do have to make a correction, or a revision. Is that-
The amendments are all attached.
The amendments are in here. Okay. So this is So we should send it to the
Contractors.
the contractors?
Yes.
That, because the only one that was changed was the second culvert on Kendall.
There was all kinds of notes that I took
Okay.
at the
All right,
meeting,
so-
so I figured just better put them all in there and then there's no question.
Can we email them? We don't have to send them
Do you
hard copy.
have Sanderson and Chica? I don't have emails for them.
I have Chico's email, Trevor, I don't know Sanderson, Trevor must have had contact with him. I probably could find something here.
All right,
Just let me look.
we'll find it for you, but we can just email, we don't have to
I
send it.
just
Yeah,
assumed,
you can just email them.
I assumed that we must have had his so he knew to come.
I don't
Okay,
think so. I
Okay.
don't think
Okay.
he's,
We'll get it for you. All right, can I get a motion to accept these minutes?
I make a motion that we accept the minutes from the pre-bid.
Okay, motion's made
second.
and seconded. Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Are those gonna be posted on the website as well?
Yes.
Yep.
In draft form, or they'll just be in the actual form now?
No, they're gonna be approved now.
I think you're,
I'll get them out to, I'll get all this stuff out to Lisa first thing in the
they
morning.
weren't on the website yet, right?
well, no.
No.
because-
No, I thought I'd set them to everybody, but
It's all right.
apparently not, but.
All right,
Oh, that's okay.
we'll get you a copy of this.
I sent it to him.
You had a copy
Oh,
of this?
no, not that. I thought
How
you
did you
meant
send it
the
to-
original. Not the signature one.
I know, he's like keeping everything for
I'm just,
himself.
are you not hot?
It is hot in here. You didn't get the AC working very well.
No, I haven't, sorry.
Anyways, okay. So do we want to approve the minutes real quick? Or is there any other business? Are we going to go into executive session? Okay. Do
But I
we-
make, did we approve these? No.
Yes, we
We
did.
did?
Yes, it's
Okay,
all
sorry. It's also much.
Yeah, we need to
tonight.
get that AC working, everybody's getting a
It's
little.
really hot.
Well, it was
Flavor
84
flavor.
degrees when I was driving this afternoon.
Christie made the motion, you seconded it back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
right,
been
yeah,
done.
sorry
That's
Teresa, I'm
that
Okay.
I'm hot.
That's done.
Al, can you make this thing work?
Not
Maybe?
with those windows open, maybe, I don't know.
No,
Well, I can
it's not even
close-
on right now.
I can close the window, but.
Okay. Do we want to do the minutes first and then go into executive session? Or the
minutes.
the
We
bills?
did the minutes.
The
Minutes
bills,
are
not
done.
the- huh?
Bills we can do.
We could do the bills.
All right, Al, would you mind handing us those in your,
Do you wanna
while you're
sign
fixing
this?
that?
Can you stand on your head as
Al,
well?
Al, can you do this, can you do that?
We'll
Thank
try to
you,
get these bills
Pass
ready
that
so you can
one
go
down
pay
to
them,
the
Al.
end and I'll fold it.
I've
Yeah.
already looked at them, so we can, it's just the four of you.
You've already signed?
Do you want the
No, I did
first
not
set
sign,
you
because that would
have?
not be appropriate, but I did
I
view
need
them,
them all
because I
to post
was,
on the internet,
I was
so,
here all
the
day.
website, so
Okay, I guess you got them then.
I can.
Do you
Sorry.
have the top sheet, Chris,
I'm going this way,
with the,
going to the bathroom.
This is a warrant
thank you.
of 93377.
Yeah.
This is for the off week. This is for the small one that we did.
So that one's already been approved.
Correct, we just have to sign it.
So,
So do we need to vote on it?
That feels and sounds better already.
Do we need to vote on it or just?
no, because it was already approved.
Thank you so much, Al.
Hey Al, I wish you'd done that earlier.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Okay. So, can I have some of those? And do we have,
I've got four, there's the red one is,
Alright, if you send that back over to Christie, that she just needs to sign that, that's off week one.
Christie, that's the off week one,
It's on now.
and that would finish that up.
Let's call them, both of them.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Right, you're calling? Okay, Kelly's calling? Okay.
He's verified, he said it, but he wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
Both correct.
well, I assume that Kelly also changed.
it's for me because the secretary hasn't been here since 1979 and doesn't know everyone on a first name basis, but has to know and minute everybody with their full name. So I'm supposed to know who Kelly is.
Listen, do you know when we're getting another delivery of the
Now I
toilet
do.
paper?
So-
Nice to meet you, I'm
Do
Caroline
we need
Wallace.
more?
Yeah, we're down to 6 rolls of toilet paper throughout the whole building.
We were up to like 3 cases in that supply closet, so I stopped
There's a lot
ordering.
of shit.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
there's
shit going
nothing
on.
left in there.
So just toilet paper?
toilet paper and paper towels.
Oh, and
We might as well get some tissues too, just cause I think we're down
Don't
to
buy the
2
single
boxes.
I don't buy the single ply, but we have to, like, we're supposed to buy the 100% recycled stuff because it's in our solid waste bin.
ply. Well, you know what? Just buy decent stuff. There's nothing more pure than that.
Pure knows.
No, not tomorrow, he's pretty sick.
You got anything to say, Mr. Coleman?
No, sir.
Okay.
He was just being entertained by the peanut gallery.
All right, just checking. I mean, I don't wanna pass over you there.
Why am I so far behind?
Because there's a bunch in that one in the order.
Oh, okay.
Like, this is, it's like
So-
3 bills, but also.
Caroline,
Yes.
we reapproved the short one, the off week.
I'll bring you some more.
That was the number I gave you. Now,
Yeah.
now we're doing the warrant for 93379.
Yeah, that one I have, 93379, the other one I didn't get, so I'll take that top sheet when you get around to it.
You didn't get the
No,
amount of that
that's this
short
one.
one either.
Sorry. Yeah, this is it, 93377 for 3968.46.
How much, I'm sorry.
The number is 93377, and the amount is $3,968.46. When you call it a short one,
That was an off week, is what it was.
off week.
Because, so that we do them so that we hopefully don't incur late charges. Because some of the bills come in and by the time we
Okay.
have another meeting,
Because the
it
the
would,
bill
it
needs it to be,
needs to be paid.
okay. you
Now,
call
you're
that an
gonna
off
cool
week.
off. Let's say.
I'm gonna be freezing in a second.
Okay, well, maybe you should
Oh,
move
God,
over here.
Maybe you should sit here.
I don't care that I'm on
Stay-
It's a
camera.
sauna.
Stacy's gonna stand in front of her for a minute.
Here, hold on.
Block the air.
For you.
These are slave ship conditions, I have to say.
Are you going to the house?
Yeah.
Okay, I left some paperwork on the table if you can read it over.
Because
Yeah, I stopped by
Beth,
earlier, I had to help.
I don't know, she, I don't know.
Have you read this?
Swap something on the tractor.
That,
Have you seen all of these?
Yes, I did. I was here all day, so I figured I'd make use of my time.
And I printed off those Staples bills.
Oh, good, and they're in here? Okay, I couldn't find them. I
Has
found
anybody else
everything
seen
else.
4? Has everybody seen 4?
And you
I
can
think
write on that
This is
thing
my
at
last
home
one except for the,
if there's anything
red
to
one.
change.
yeah, I have read, and that's
Gotcha.
my last
Okay.
one.
perfect.
And you guys are just doing bills in executive session.
We're gonna have in just a minute.
Okay, yeah, I'm out of here.
Thank you.
Okay, have a great
Good
night.
night.
And then,
Julie?
Do you need to take these
Here's-
out?
We'll shut that off when we get
Take
done.
these or is Al?
Al can take them down.
Yes, so I'm gonna come by and I'll take a look.
Okay,
I'll keep you updated.
awesome.
I don't know, do you want these bills now? No, you just leave it. We'll
No,
put them
I'm
downstairs.
here.
Okay, great, we'll
I'm
put
not
them
working
downstairs.
anymore today.
Okay, we'll see you here tomorrow. Great, I'm sorry. Oh, this is the last one. Oh, yeah, that's the last one. Okay.
is your lot actually number 31.1?
Yes, yes, yeah. 11, what was it, 11-1, I think it is?
I have
So-
block 01 and lot 31.
Christie,
Okay.
have you
Right,
seen
map
the
11,
red?
block
and number
01,
2?
block 31.
Okay.
I have to put that stuff?
So-
No, you
Oh,
don't,
okay.
I was just,
Oh, okay.
I was just
Okay.
explaining.
Has everyone seen the bills for tonight?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, and this is 93379 for a total of $91,067.10. Can I have a motion, please?
Make a motion, we approve the warrant.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, do we need anyone else here for the executive session? Or are we just talking?
We're talking and we'll need to come out because there is something that needs to be ratified, so Caroline will need to be
Okay.
here and I don't know, yeah, Alyssa, it's an up in the air right now, I don't know. Maybe we can.
So is this gonna take very long?
No, I think it's
Okay.
probably a 15-minute exercise.
Okay, Can I?
Oh, I'm sorry, did you sign it?
The,
All right.
the one thing that we were talking about adding is the status classification
Is the, yeah,
So
we'll
that
talk-
in
yep,
public
right, yep.
meeting.
For her employment?
her.
Okay,
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, gotta get home before it's
okay,
Yeah.
so
midnight.
I thought we had discussed that in the open meeting last time, but,
We needed to be more specific.
Yes, I wasn't as clear on my motion, but
okay.
I will be
Well,
tonight.
can we redo that?
You wanna just do it now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
So-
we're an open meeting, I just didn't do it
Okay.
now.
Right.
Yep, so, I would like to make a motion to make Christy Boswell full-time salaried, which means she's exempt from doing a timesheet, there'll be no overtime. We attempted to do that on the first, but it wasn't quite clear. I would also, like to give her $40 an hour, as I think that's reasonable for her experience and all the different areas that she's working on.
Okay, so is that for the short-term rental piece, or is that for the extra work she's doing on this other stuff?
It would be for everything.
Okay. Do we have a motion made and seconded, do we have any discussion?
I have one thing.
Sure.
You, approve a salary. So an annual salary. Because she's salaried exempt, it means you approve a salaried amount.
Okay,
It's not hourly, and it doesn't matter how many hours she works. She's gonna get this salary no matter what.
okay. So, we calculate that 52 weeks? Or no,
No,
26?
Well, no,
I'm gonna do weekly.
there's 52 weeks in the year, so however many hours would be
So
roughly
it's,
full-time.
so it's gonna be $76,800 for a salary. Thank you.
Well, you should verify that that's
Yeah,
correct, is that right?
so you
Oh.
do it, you do the weekly times 52, that's how you do it?
Normally, you're expected to do 40 hours, so I would do
Right.
the hourly that you think it's gonna be, times 40,
40,
times
right.
52 weeks.
So $83,200.
Okay, so do we, so we'll withdraw the other motion? Did you second it before?
I did.
Can we withdraw that and start over?
Sure.
Okay,
So I make a new motion that we make Christy Boswell full-time salaried at the amount of $83,200 annually, to be
motion
paid every 2 weeks.
for whatever the payroll is.
Once a year, you're gonna get a check.
All right, so motion was made. No, go ahead, if you don't.
I just have a question.
Yep.
Did we discuss the hourly wage at the last meeting?
We didn't, that's what we had to ratify tonight. Like, we just made her full-time. But there's different layers of full-time.
Right.
And this way, she won't have to keep a timesheet being that she's doing like 8 different things. It's hard to
So
keep
you were
track.
35 before as STR,
Right.
correct?
Yep.
So we went from 35 to 40, is what Beth recommended. We don't have to do that, but that's where she made the motion.
So what is the other job, like description or titles, I guess, is what it is? Because it's STR administrator. Is there any other?
And then going over the employee
Policies.
policies and all that stuff, and communicating
HR
with the
stuff.
lawyer and HR
Yeah.
stuff.
But is that gonna be long-term?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I guess that's
Yeah.
the question,
Right.
like as
I
far
mean,
as.
I don't have a problem if it changes later, but I do, in the foreseeable future, it certainly feels like it's not gonna change. If anything, I work more than 40 hours a week, but there's no time and a half on the above. I mean, I had a 3/4 of an hour above the time that was time and a half, but at least this way, it's flat. It's 40 hours a week. If I do more, I do more.
And in the future, if it
If it
reverts
changes
back, then we
substantially,
can
yeah,
change it.
because I don't have a
Correct.
contract, so I don't have to, if we take something
if
now,
you
it
have
just
a
makes it-
reasonable time that you're doing the job.
Right,
I mean,
Yeah.
because once you get the STR under control, hopefully that will ease you up.
hopefully it will. I think there will be other things potentially too that I think about, but that's, we can talk about it in executive session if you want, and then see.
So do we want to wait and do this motion after we talk about it in executive session?
Well, I was just gonna say, I don't foresee the SCR, I see it letting up a little bit, but there's always gonna be the rotating. So
Right.
I don't foresee that part
Yeah,
letting
I
off
don't
at all,
changing
it's
it.
more of the policies and the personnel and, once you get things situated, I realize the employees come and go, but once that gets situated, we might have to revisit it.
Right.
And
That's-
is
that's-
that better done by the town administrator, whoever, because Lissa's been handling?
The town administrator has always done all HR stuff.
So,
But we had that motion where
Right.
you and Christie were handling other things.
I'm not questioning what Christie's doing. I'm
No,
just
yeah,
questioning
me
if we
either.
had decided on a rate before we went into
Well, why
this.
don't we wait, go into executive
I'm
session?
not, I'm
and
not
talk-
trying to argue
I
with
know,
you
it's
at all.
okay, don't
I
worry,
just need
I'm
to,
not-
we all need to justify everything,
Right.
so that's, yeah.
So what do you want to do? We'll hold off on the motion and we'll.
Sure.
And we'll go into executive session, we'll talk about it when we come out, and we'll have rectified it one way or the other. Okay? Do we need anyone else
No.
to stay? Do we need Melissa to come back? She has a long drive.
We
Maybe.
need a motion to go into personnel,
We into executive session.
into executive.
And I believe that we'll have to give Lisa the decision when we're done, in order to get Christie. paid.
Well, we
Or
can,
if
we
you
can.
We're not gonna-
Right, I'll need it from payroll, and her CTO calculation is different depending upon what her
Okay,
classification is.
so do you
I'll
need
just
that
wait.
tonight?
Yeah,
You
we're
don't-
not
I'll just
gonna,
wait.
we're not gonna be long, I don't think.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I'll
we
wait.
will. Okay. Oh, so can I get a motion to go into executive session?
Yes,
At
and
8:01.
8:01, I'll make the motion.
Yeah, so who wants to make it first?
At 8 o'clock.
8:01. We're going by my clock. Okay, so motion was made and, did anybody second it? And seconded to go into executive session. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're going to go into executive session for a few minutes. the second line.
Straight from there, from the Pepsi plant.
Yeah.
Was
Well,
it
the
in the
wind has been
woods?
so
Yeah.
bad, I mean, one spark and it's
Well,
off.
they figure it's from the train. The train
Oh,
goes through there.
spark.
And trains always throw off sparks.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not an uncommon thing. Okay, we are now coming out of executive session.
At 8:37,
Who motions?
I'm making a motion to come out of executive
I'll
session
second.
at 8:37.
And Christie seconded it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're back open for business.
So,
I would like to make a motion, so it's in the minutes. We have, Christie has spoken to an employee, an advisor at VLCT. They charge $90 an hour. There were 2 hours that were used. So we're just getting it official. We'd already approved us to do it,
Send the
but
bill.
yeah,
Okay.
send the bill, and to have that ability to use them going forward for job
You're lucky they call you
listing.
back. They don't ever call me back.
So I will
Do you send them an
second that.
email or do you call them by phone?
I have both now.
Yeah. Anytime I ever call them, they never call me back. But I guess I'm used to it.
Takes a while sometimes.
All right, anyways. So motion was made and seconded to that we can use that service at their rate of $90 an hour. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
I would like to make a motion for Christy Boswell, full-time salaried, for a salary annually of $79,000 starting April 1st.
I'll second.
Motion was made and seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry, who
We
seconded
didn't
that?
listen to your vote.
Yeah, I recuse myself.
Who seconded? Okay.
Excuse me.
And then, Lissa, will you please plan to come in on Friday, May 1st for that pre-bid at the library? It would be appreciated and it would be helpful.
Okay.
So, thank you. And if you, we could ratify now if it made a difference to make it 9:30 or 10, you would say the word, we can do that right now?
It
or-
wasn't the time that I
It wasn't?
was,
Okay,
I,
9 o'clock's
I
okay.
would, it would be great to have some sort of time frame
Right, how
on what's happening.
Okay, I don't know that we know, other than we have the pre-bid, that it'll be the 9 o'clock bid and then it's.
Not that.
Oh. I'm so confused.
So we are getting applications.
Okay,
We have 3 or 4.
3 applications, that's
And-
it.
And we supposedly
Okay.
have some more coming in. And I believe that May 1st is the cutoff date.
May 4th.
May
Fourth.
Thing.
okay.
So
So
then we
we'll
will have to.
start, but
So you don't anticipate doing anything with the applicants until after
yes.
that?
Yeah, that would be the
Yes.
earliest time.
Okay,
And then,
Yeah, yeah.
then we'll have to talk it over and decide who we're gonna interview and when. And now, does there needs to be a background check and a psychological or just background check?
It's not, so I did talk to Derek and he said he would work on a background check, especially for somebody we just don't know. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, it would make sense to have something, but it's not, there isn't a state law that we have to do it, but
Okay.
it does make sense
Yeah.
to have a, basic background check, so he's working on that.
Okay. So we're getting closer. Or we've got 3 in and then we've got 1 or 2 more that may be supposedly. So,
And, yeah, and the next time we meet is May 6th, so we'll obviously know more at that point.
okay, anything else?
Just something quick. The electric time clock that is not really being utilized, who do we pay that, or pay
On
for
the
that?
phones, on the phones for the guys, are we still paying for that?
no, we're not paying for that anymore.
Okay,
Okay.
No,
Yep.
it was a monthly charge just to have it,
Yep.
but then once I said they're not utilizing it, it came off.
okay, yep,
Great.
it
Yep.
happened to come up and I was like, oh,
Okay,
that's
that's good, okay, thank you. That answers that.
Yep.
Anything else?
No.
Okay,
You make a motion that
entertain a
we-
motion,
Make a motion that we,
Christie.
8:41.
8:42, we adjourn.
Wow. I second.
Perfect.
Motion made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Can I give you my report?
Yes, that would be great.
I'm sorry, I didn't,
Sorry.
I
I have
wasn't
that in the minutes already.
Oh, okay, perfect,
I
thank you.
wasn't